What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the stream. We're live with another game from round 1 of the T5S2 Invitational Season 5. And I have a sneaking suspicion that this game is going to be sick, Chad. We have over here in the blue a T5S2 Invitational staple, Jonathon from Twimuwu, playing Harlequins, his very, very favorite faction. We do see Jonathon bounce around Eldari sub-factions quite a bit, but Harlequins are his one true love. Versus on the other side of the table, Mr. Random Player here, a.k.a. Skyton. It's kind of a fun screen name. Playing Adepta Sororitas. Chat, this game is going to be an absolute barn burner. We have these two very light on the ground T3 armies that are going to be delivering absolute knockout punches to each other throughout this entire game. And I am psyched for it. We saw an awesome game between Agent X and King Kong Fury with Harlequins on the table yesterday. And hopefully we're in for a similar show today. Let's get some hypes in chat there for these players and this game, because I think it's going to be a good one. This game was rescheduled, so I do have to apologize ahead of time. The players had a scheduling conflict this evening. It was rescheduled from later this afternoon to just now. So if you are watching this after the fact and missed the live stream, I do apologize for that happening last minute. I think it literally changed like yesterday. But we do have another game later this evening, though. We have our first round 2 game, Ashley versus Devin Swan, happening at 9 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time tonight. So tune in for that, about almost exactly 12 hours from now. So it's gonna be an interesting day for streaming, but I'm excited for it. Let's talk about these players' lists as we get into the game. We can talk about the Jonathon's Dark Sadith Harlequins list real quick. They are playing Dark, not Light today, so unlike King Kong Fury's list, we're going to see some melee happen. We get that +1 AP and reflecting mortal wounds when your units are destroyed in melee from the Dark Sadith. We have a Shadow Seer with Laughing God's Eye, gives some protection against mortal wounds, Mirror of Minds, and Shards of Light. So just trying to deal maximum smite damage with that little guy, but also might just be here for Veil, Weave Veil, so that we can get some secondary objectives, so some psychic actions going on. The difference here is that we are playing against Adepta Sororitas, so Psychic secondary is a little bit less consistent because the Sororitas do have that basically universal 6+ deny. They can buff to a 5+ and have a 1 CP 4+ deny as well. There's a lot of Psychic defense on the sister side that make those Psychic actions a little bit awkward to try to get off. We do have a Troop Master with Foot in the Future. Player of the Dark to deal mortal wounds after you fight. Queen of Shards to punch through invulnerable saves. Shaker X Rose for full rerolls in with your damage. And obviously with that Foot in the Future to bounce super duper far. +6 inches on your charge. D3+3 advances. That guy threatens a million billion inches. And speaking of a million billion, we have a ton of Harlequin troopers. They're all hanging out over here in their transports. 6 units of 5. With double fusion pistols, as well as double neuro disruptors and a smattering of the close combat weapons on all of them. That's followed up by 5 Void Weavers. Now, Jonathon did have, and I did have a discussion before the game, and Jonathon pointed out that in the Battleforged mod pack, the standard Void Weaver model actually has an incorrectly sized base. So what he's decided to do is use the Star Weaver model so that the base is correct, so that it can be measured to and from appropriately. Obviously a little bit less impactful now because the vehicle hull measures rather than the previous version where it did only base measure, but we still want to get the correctly sized base because that will impede movement and things like that. So that's a pretty big deal. So he's elected just to use the Star Weaver model. So if he looks like he's actually bringing like 11 Star Weavers, he's not, I swear. The ones with the blue bases are Void Weavers. And he does have the different units colored differently. So 2 units of 2 with prismatic cannons and a singleton over here, this purple guy, also with the prismatic cannon. We saw a lot of firepower put out from these guys against the Space Wolves yesterday. And we'll see what they can do against Adepta Sororitas. They can use the Dispersed Blast to do a ton of 1 damage AP3 attacks, which is very good against the Sororitas Armor of Contempt. So I'm sure those guys are going to be printing money all game, plus 6 Star Weavers to keep all of the troops in. And that's it. That's the whole list. Pretty simple. It actually deploys no infantry on the table. Very nice. Very nice. Nothing in reserve here for Jonathon. Just going to drop a bunch of vehicles there, which seems good. Over on Random's side of the table, he's going to be bringing an Argent Shroud Battalion detachment out of Adepta Sororitas. So the ability to advance and consider ourselves stationary for the purposes of shooting, as well as we get a floating Master Artisan's reroll hit or wound, which is pretty sweet. We have a Repentia Superior, both of the character HQs, so Celestine, the Gemini Superior, and Morvenval. 4 Battle Sister squads with a smattering of different weapons. 3 have multi-meltas, 1 does not. A Dogmata, 3 units of Sisters Repentia, 2 of 8, 1 of 9. A ton of Zephyrim, 1 unit of 10 Zephyrim, 1 unit of 8, 1 unit of 5. The Zephyrim recently with the points cut, extremely efficient melee combatants now, especially if we can generate enough Miracle Dice to confirm their charges out of Deep Strike. They are very good for their points cost and good at secondary objectives since they can Deep Strike innately. So your opponent has to worry about things like retrieve Nachman data if you elect to take that. We also have 3 Retributor squads, 1 with all heavy flamers and a Combi Melta that will unlock Holy Trinity, I believe. And then Munitorum Hand Flamer on 1 Multi-Melta squad, again, to unlock the Holy Trinity. The last one. This is, at least we're at a matchup where that's appropriate. I think this time, chat. The last Retributor squad, no Flamers in that one, so no Holy Trinity from the third one, but that's probably fine. But those ladies will be advancing and shooting around the table. It's going to be good. It looks like we are going to be placing our take your places markers.
It's take their places. It's my secondary objective.
Okay.
So let me just... I'm just going to move your battle sister just for a second.
Yeah, move it. Don't worry, it's fine.
Just put your grubby mitts on top of his models
And
there.
you now place...
What do you need to do with this one? Sorry, because I rarely played.
So basically, these objectives, you place one wholly within 6 inches of the center, and then you place the other one wholly within my deployment zone, more than 6 inches from a table edge. And I get 2 points at the end of my turn if I hold 2 of them, and 4 points if I hold all 3.
Okay, so now I have to deploy one and
One
6 inches from...
wholly within 6 of the center, more than an inch from the center objective.
So I could put, for example, here?
Yes. So it would have to be... the edge of the objective would have to be on the inside of that there.
Okay, so it should be like that, for example?
Yeah, you can do that.
Locked.
Okay. And then this one has to be wholly within my deployment zone somewhere.
Wholly within your deployment zone. So we are going to put just where it is.
Just like that?
Yeah, why not?
Sounds good.
There you go.
So I guess we can roll off for first turn then. I don't think there's any other pregame stuff we can do.
What an interesting secondary. Should be pretty easy. It's a pretty simple 2 points a turn. Even more if Jonathon wants to force a fight on objective 1, which I'm sure he'd like to do. It is nice that he can set those up after deployment. It's during resolve pre-battle abilities, which means that he can see which side of the table is more lightly contested, and he's definitely seen that there's less of a glut of sisters here. Although we do have our Dogmata over here, so it will be a little bit more difficult to hold that.
I think I am going to redeploy. Yeah, I'll try to see.
Although I guess you don't actually have to hold the objective markers, you just have to be on them. So that should be easy. So it looks like we are going to redeploy some Star Weavers over to the side. Jonathon winning the roll to go first with a 6. And we're going to Phantasm some boys around. Maybe to get a solid alpha strike into the other team. Looks like Troopmaster is on the table. So I wonder if we will be angling for to alpha strike with that Troopmaster. Again, it's a base 8-inch movement plus that D3 plus 3-inch advance, so pretty solid chance of getting, 5 or 6 inches. So probably 13-inch and then plus 6 to charge. So easy 12 or 13-inch charge is relatively reliable from that guy. So it is very, very possible that he hits this Battle Sister Squad and just removes it immediately. And then if the transport's nearby, he can pull out and embark within it with the stratagem.
It's a 6.
Good
Nice.
You want to reroll that one?
No, thank you. Maybe later.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Go.
That's fair. Alrighty, so if we go 16 here, we can see those sisters. Oh, let's gizmo this object down there. Floating.
Very nice gizmo tool right there,
see.
chat. Glorious.
Could see you. I could just shoot you with a couple things, but I don't think we'll do
Got
that.
our representing our Twimu Burb over here.
We go 6. I'm just going to move them their max, and then I'll I'll leave it 16 for now. I just need to see how the other ones fit in before I decide if I want to knock it. So that one goes 22 to there. This one could go 20 some into there. And then...
Yeah, so Jonathon also with Deadly Performance this game. So Deadly Performance, a super interesting stratagem, but one that falls into the Harlequin game plan pretty well. Gives you 3 victory points at the end of the round if you complete 2 out of 4 basically optional little sub-objectives. One of them is to take an objective from your opponent, or at least take an objective with a Harlequin unit that you did not control at the start of the turn, which should be relatively easy for him because he doesn't have objective 3. Get a Harlequin's unit wholly within your opponent's deployment zone. Kill 2 enemy units with ranged attacks, or 2 units with melee attacks. So all you have to do is 2 of those things, which means that oftentimes it's very easy to get the deployment zone and stealing an objective every turn, regardless of how many enemy models that you kill. Which does enforce... It requires a little bit of aggressive play. What a committal to this flank. Oh my god. I think Jonathon's sensing an opportunity here. He realizes that this flank is relatively light compared to the other one. Morphin Vols over here. There are a ton of Retributors. Yeah, all of the Retributors have actually set up on this side. So Jonathon wants nothing more than to not get blown up by Multi-Meltas and Heavy Flamers. Those rerolls from Morphin Ball, a little bit less useful against the Mirage Launchers and the Star Weavers. But will still certainly help on the wound roll, and especially with those Flamer squads with potential +1 to wound and strength 6. They wound a Star Weaver on 2s, so the Heavy Flamer squad, if it gets stuck in, will actually just murder a Star Weaver easily. If they proc a Holy Trinity. A little bit scary. Don't need rerolls to hit if you automatically hit with a Flamethrower, so that's pretty good. So I think Jonathon trying to avoid that getting hit by that as much as possible. You will probably have to take a little bit of shooting in the center objective for the take your place objective here. But that's not the end of the world. Only getting poked by Morphin Vol, maybe a couple of Retributors isn't too bad.
Shadows here. Oh, I have to roll my luck dice. What am I doing? Sorry. Rolling 2, obviously, because if I roll anything else, I have 2 rerolls.
See how we feel about the prediction here, chat.
10K
in favor of Clowns.
Box, please.
67% to 33%. Sisters. We missed the meme number by 2%, chat. I'm disappointed at you.
Not there.
You should feel bad.
Come up here. This. Give her lookout, sir.
So it looks like we are going to be actually holding this take your place objective with the Shadow Seer.
The orange boat.
But we do need a big interesting question of whether or not we get the center objective. It may just be that we're going to angle... I guess not a fire and fade, but maybe a charge onto the other take your place objective. Be a little bit sad if we didn't get the 2 points for that on turn 1. Look at this just traffic jam over here. It's rush hour in the webway. Everyone's going to the office. It's appropriately early on a Monday morning, chat. They've all gotten in there. Suburbans, and it's time to drive to work. Beep, beep. Jonathon, obviously a player who's extremely deliberate with his positioning. And it definitely serves him well as well. Jonathon, I know in the course of the past season, has taken a lot of his gameplay off of TTS and into in-person events, and has been doing pretty well in GT level events. I believe that he has a GT win under his belt, and several X and 1s. Holding this objective with the Void Weavers. We do have the Repentia Superior over here. Jonathon looking at their threat range. They can advance and charge this turn. And we do have a 6 on a Miracle Pool to start with. That's lucky. So you do have to watch out for that extreme threat range on the Sisters. If we do see some Sisters units go down, potentially generating some Miracle Dice before the charge phase, one of these Repentia units could advance and charge 12 inches into a 12-inch charge if we generate even more 6s. And we do not have the light Sadith stratagem to keep us alive here, chat. So Jonathon, without the ability to pull back in response to a charge.
Okay. Yes, the white squad will just kind of...
I think
point.
probably going to start strategic scanning on Jonathon's side of the table as well. Now, we should mention that Jonathon's third secondary is Assassination, which is sometimes a little bit scary against Adepta Sororitas because they're so good at keeping their characters alive, despite the fact that they do have a ton of them. So we have, in this corner alone, we have the Dogmata, as well as the Repentia Superior and Celestine, all available to score points off of. That said, Jonathon is incentivized to be a little bit aggressive here because he does have the take your place and the deadly performance. So he wants to get units into his opponent's deployment zone, and he wants to hold down this objective here. So if he can do both things, he gets a bunch of points. Looks like we did put an empty Star Weaver in the center. That is basically representing a 12-point primary next turn and forcing random player to come out with some stuff in order to deal with it. Although, I mean, it's probably just going to get killed by multi-meltas, I'd have to imagine. But, you never know. Mirage launchers are a thing. You could just miss a bunch of attacks with -1 to hit and no rerolls. And this guy's going to be scoring 2 points at the very least on that take your place objective. Keeping out of the range of this Sisters Repentia. We do have to keep in mind that we are playing, extended engagement range, I think, as the players are just discussing. So if those Repentia are within 1 inch of a terrain feature, of an obscuring terrain feature, and their melee range passes over it, it is extended by 1 inch. So that their charge onto the Harlequin troopers will be a little bit easier. That said, they do need to actually be in range to declare the charge, which is nominally 24 inches. So if the troopers stay as far as they can out, they'll be okay. Otherwise, you can basically just hope for the best and hope that the Repentia don't roll all 6s on their Miracle Dice and get the opportunity for a big charge. Yeah, so we shifted those Harlequin troopers out, but then realized it was a little dangerous. That's fair. Watch out for those guys.
Just 0.1 of it.
Endlessly casual, yeah, this is all TTS. If you're not in the Tactical Tortoise Discord, for those you don't know, if you're new to the stream, this is the seasonal invitational tournament for the T5S2 series. So this is a series of online 40k events that are played both in the Tactical Tortoise Discord, but also all sorts of other places. We're sort of like an ITC style organization, but for online 40k. So we take events from or scores from qualifying events and pull the top 16 players every season, every 6 months, to play each other in the invitational tournament. And that is what we're watching right now. The players are going to go through, it's a single elimination bracket.
Pistol, hits, and wounds at AP3.
It's like we're trying to get some Battle Sisters dead here. But this season is a single elimination bracket. So the players, this is round 1, the players will be going through. And we'll see who gets to play against Nicholas Lochner and his Blood Angels this game. Because his game is already completed. And that game will get scheduled as soon as this one's over. But the first round is going to be played through the next week or so. And then the weekend of the 30th and 31st is going to be our semifinals and finals games. Looks like 3 sisters go down from that shot there. Brutal.
Alrighty. So then that's the end of the turn. So just maybe morale, probably?
Yep, I have to check morale.
So it doesn't look like a deadly performance here, chat. I don't believe.
They are fine.
So
Nothing in.
I'll just get my 2 for take their places.
Mhm.
I forgot to declare the scouring. Oh well, that's okay. It's too late now.
You can do it now. I don't
Okay,
care.
if that's cool. Then I'll just do it with I'll just do it with the yellow Void Weavers, I guess. Makes more sense. Thank you. Yeah, over to you. I should.
So let's see. I'm going to roll my miracle dice. Start of my turn.
Yeah, chat. Yeah, someday the Patreon will be big enough to fund new technology development, so we can make virtual reality 40k a thing. I know some people, when TTS 40k was sort of getting its renaissance, I guess, at the start of COVID, some people tried to play with the VR headsets. Because Tabletop Simulator does have a virtual reality integration, but I think it's a little clunky, and I think playing 40k on it is a little tough. So I don't know if that went too far. Doing all the precise measurement and the tons of movement with VR hand controls sounds kind of nightmarish, to be fair. But it's a cool idea. Although I do like the ability to manipulate the camera. We can look at the table from every which way. Don't have to crane our neck over to see. So, a very aggressively positioned turn from Jonathon, but relatively low scoring. He is representing the threat of this assassination on the characters in Random's deployment zone. He did not score deadly performance this turn, but without the ability to really engage these Starweavers with the Retributors, there's not too much that Random can do to try to counterattack here. Especially since, having to deal with a transport, you have to have the transport get killed in the phase before you charge it. So if Random's plan here was only to charge into these transports, he would not actually kill the player troops inside, and they would get free reign to do whatever they wanted next turn.
I'm going to give full rerolls to whom? That's a good question, because I can't reroll against you on the hitting, right?
You can't reroll hit rolls, no. Only
Just sort of be able to throw the opponent's Silent King against the wall in VR. Oh, chats. I played 2 games against Necrons in my tournament this weekend, and I can tell you that the impetus to throw the Silent King into the garbage can is very high. That man is obnoxious now.
Rerolls to whom? To the Retributors, to the Green Squad. So that's all. We are going to go to the movement phase. We are going to move these ladies here.
Which squad got the rerolls?
Wait a minute, I will put it because I have my little token around here, I guess.
So this squad. So that's a battle sister
squad. Right? Yeah, they have full rerolls.
Okay.
It's really a good idea, but I don't. Well, but I could give full rerolls to. Yeah, it's there. It's that one. So these ladies, they are going just to be here.
So we do have the Flamer Retributor squad sort of at the front of the building here. So it is potentially in range to start hitting the Starweaver. The question is whether or not we want it, because that Flamer Retributor squad is probably the most dangerous single unit, I think, on the table to Jonathon right now. Harlequins relying so much on their hit penalties and light armor that a heavy flamer is terrifying to them, especially a strength 6 heavy flamer, thanks to that Ministorum upgrade, that nice enhanced Prometheum that they give those things. But I think Random here, trying to suss out how he's going to get his Sister's Repentia to survive. He doesn't feel so bad, I think, if the Harlequin Troopers engage in melee with the Repentia, because they can potentially reflect damage back on them when they die. But the Repentia, with a damage ignore roll, but T3 and low armor, is almost a perfect profile to get eviscerated by Shuriken Cannons, since the 2 damage on the Shuriken Cannons should do a lot to mitigate the damage ignore. And at strength 6, they're going to be wounding those Sisters on 2s. So if Random doesn't, at the very least try to engage these Starweavers, they are going to take a ton of damage from the Shurikens here. And it looks like he is pushing forward with them. They have the ability to advance and charge from the Repentia Superior, so we might just be charging into a bunch of Starweavers and try to kill them. At the very least, the Starweavers themselves are pretty dangerous against Adepta Sororitas, so if he can knock out a couple of them, despite the fact he's not actually killing the Harlequin Troopers inside, he might kill a couple in the disembarkation, and then just start removing 6-shot gun platforms from his opponent's army as well. Not to mention the fact that the Repentia are just fine with giving themselves up for the cause, because they will generate miracle dice on their death.
The other ones...
I wonder if Random is maybe kicking himself a little bit here. I think Morven was placed kind of conservatively. It looks like she could have gone a little bit farther over and had an opportunity to engage on top of this area terrain. But as it stands, with our measurement before, she couldn't actually touch the obscuring terrain with a single movement, which meant that she can't herself fight the Starweavers, and she's not really in range to give any meaningful buffs to the Battle Sisters in the middle. I wonder if Random is kicking himself for not placing one Retributor squad on one side and then the Morven and her friends on the other side. Maybe separating out the Heavy Flamer squad from the multi-Melta squads. A Heavy Flamer squad is probably as dangerous as 2 multi-Melta squads in this in this matchup, given that the Sororitas aren't going to be able to reroll their hits against the Starweavers. Morven moving to the center, it looks like, so she'll be able to broadcast her buffs a little bit more widely. She is 2+ ballistic scale, and we aren't light Sadith here, so we don't have a Transit Man effect on the Starweavers. They're just going to be -1 to be hit. But that does... so there's a potential that Morven plows some damage into the center Starweaver. But the question here is whether or not we expose one of the Battle Sister squads or one of their Tributor squads. It kind of looks like we did put full rerolls on the green squad with the Multi-Melta. It almost looks like we may be angling for a Miracled Charge. Or maybe a Miracled Advance. Ooh, interesting. Not sure that gets in the middle, though.
So we are fine. We are going to move these ladies just a bit to the front.
This game's going to be really interesting, chat. I think Jonathon's positioning here is really kind of impeccable. It's very difficult for the Sororitas to profitably engage into them right now. But that said, never underestimate the amount of damage that the Sororitas army can do. And 20 Harlequin troopers can die pretty quickly once we start getting stuck in with these Sisters Repentia and these full reroll ladies. Once they're out of their transports, those Harlequin troopers are going to get knocked out pretty quickly. We do still have all these Void Weavers in the back there, though, but the Void Weavers are significantly worse at holding objectives against the Sororitas.
Wait. I will put these ladies just here. This one is going to be just here. So this Battle Sister is gonna be here. One is going to be here. Here. Ah, come on. Here, I will put all these ladies here because I don't think I need them.
Eat bolt gun!
Mm-hmm. So now we are going to move the Retributors. I will spend the 6.
Sure.
We shall see what happens.
And is that the Battle Sisters or the Retributors? It's the Battle Sisters.
No, it's the Retributors, I guess.
That's the Battle Sisters squad.
Okay, that was a mistake. Yeah. Where's my fault? No. Ah.
Oh.
Oh. I miss.
Random forget which units he
No, I don't
has in his
know.
army over here?
Number 6. I thought it was.
No,
No, the Battle Sister, they are just going to move. So this one is going
So
to...
did you give the rerolls to the Battle Sisters or the Retributors?
To the Retributors, sorry, not to the Battle Sisters. I thought that they were Retributors and I'm putting the rerolls. I don't think it's going to be a big difference anyway, but...
So you're using the 6 on the advance for the Retributors.
Yeah, I'm going just to move the Battle Sisters.
Okay.
Try to make some... Well, I will check if it's, if it's worth... Second is one. It will be here.
trying to peek a line of sight to these Star Weavers around the corner. But we do actually have to get something to objective 3.
It is worth.
Morven could kill that Star Weaver, but it's kind of unlikely, especially with Laughing God dice.
Fucking shit, that was a mistake. And give me 1 second, Jonathan. I will think what I'm going to do about the 6.
Sure. Yep.
Because I thought they were the green squad. That was my fault on the deployment.
A little awkward. Can get your squads confused there, but it does
will
happen.
make just a light change. I'm going just to...
Wild Random's going through his first turn movement phase here. We can throw a quick shout out to our sponsors for this season's Invitational. 3D6 Wargaming, the purveyors of all sorts of super classy wargaming accessories, including objective mats. I don't know if you can get Tweemoo objective mats, but I know you can get Tactical Tortoise ones over on 3d6wargaming.com, which are very good. I need to get myself another set of them, I think. GameMan.eu, which makes similar products in mats, but these ones are for the entire table, not just for an objective. They also make 3D terrain, and if you've seen any of our in-person live streams, then you will have seen those, as well as their battle mats, which are absolutely gorgeous. They make double-sided mats as well, so you get 2 designs for the price of 1, which is friggin' sick. And relatively new on the scene, Snot Goblin Gaming, starting a Kickstarter in July to do modular 3D ruin terrain. So terrain that you'll be able to pull apart and reassemble. If you saw our pre-stream, you saw some demonstrations of how those work. They're going to be plastic ruin terrain with design such that they can be broken apart really easily, which is super cool. So check those guys out. Exclamation point sponsors in chat if you want to go visit their sites. Highly recommended. But we can go back to the game. Looks like Random's making some moves here. So it looks like electing not to push too far forward. Morven Ball standing next to all of the Retributors, but not actually going to be moving too far forward. So I wonder if we're donating a 12-pointer here. Seems a little scary, but who knows? Could also be electing or angling for a charge with the 2-woman Battle Sister Squad on Objective 1. We can miracle a charge there to ensure that they get in. Unlikely that they get killed by a Star Weaver. Although we did pull their Superior, it looks like. Probably for line of sight. I don't believe that changes their leadership. No, not really. If they lose one model, at least they won't be able to fail. But if they miracle a charge in the middle, they will hold it themselves, although they're an easy kill for Deadly Performance next turn. Although something tells me that the Harlequins are going to be able to get a pretty good score on Deadly Performance.
3. Nine.
Dr. Dudes controlling the soundboard with aplomb again. Thank you, dudes. If you're on the Twitch chat, by the way, you can get on in over there and on that soundboard action. So I apologize for everyone in the YouTube chat, but some of the cool stuff that we do over on Twitch. Yeah, all the games are archived on YouTube right now. Over on Tactical Tortoise. We do have a replay channel that hosts...
Bolt gun!
Thank you, chat. That hosts our other stream VODs. But these ones, because they're streamed directly to Tactical Tortoise, they're just on the Tactical Tortoise YouTube channel.
We stand ready.
Ladies more or not? Yes.
Twitch chat going ham over here.
I'm going to spend 1 CP. And these ladies, they are going to deep strike.
So an Angelic Ascent for the Zephyrum squad. I probably want to take that last one. Yeah, there you go. So they're going to pop back down next round.
So we are going to start the shooting phase. Give me 1 second. I think I'm going I'm going just to show you these two.
Xeno spotted.
Get you line of sight with your body in the center. So the shooting phase.
I don't think the second one can see him from there.
Eat bolt gun!
No archive of the Discord chat? I guess that's true.
Yeah, because you're going through the wall.
We do have our...
Yeah. Okay, as I did.
We do have a meme invitational channel right now, chat, because the memes that have been generated from this season's invitational have been absolutely legendary. So we have to save those for posterity. So there's a whole channel dedicated in the Discord server for invitational memes.
So we are hitting you on force.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Twitch chat is on screen.
We are wounding you on 3 rerolling ones and 1 dice if we want for the order.
That's why we have it set up. So Twitch chat shows up on the screen. Actually, both chats show up on the screen.
First one's good.
Yeah.
Second one, I'll use my luck dice on that.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good, so we are fine. Okay,
so the first multi-melt of flubs.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm mostly firing a bunch of pistols and stuff over here.
Shots. D6 shots, sorry.
Oh, 6 with Celestine's Flamer. That's kind of sexy.
Yeah. Wounding you on force, I guess. Yeah. Strain 6.
T5.
On 3s.
Yeah.
So that's for you. Damage 1.
Yep. Take 1.
1 damage. The Zephyrims, they are going to shoot you.
Mm-hmm.
They are another 5 shots on 4s. On 5s. Nothing. I can reroll 1. I will reroll this. Nothing.
So far, a grand total of a single damage being inflicted to the Star Weaver.
We have any errors. Okay, I could have shoot you with this lady. Sorry that I forgot about them.
Well, they're not on the terrain though. They can't see me.
Okay, yeah, it's obscuring, sorry. Now we are going to shoot with Morven to the guy in the center.
Yep.
3 shots on 3s.
Alright, Morven, what do you got?
Let's
just pop this transport real quick here. Deny 4 points of primary.
Wounding on 3, rerolling 3, AP 1.
Ooh. 3 go through with Fidelis.
Okay.
First hit converts.
Damage 2.
So only 2. And then we have to convert those missile launchers.
Shoot you the missiles on 3s as well.
Good start.
Wounding you on 3s, rerolling.
So Morven did reroll herself. 2 wounds go through, and if a single one of these fails, we probably just 6 the damage roll and kill it.
Yeah.
So luck to reroll the first one, second one, also a fail.
Okay.
Might CP it.
I might CP reroll that.
Yeah, that would be. That is an important kill right there.
Yeah, I have another meta shot to shoot him from this lady.
Got that one there. Yeah.
So it's up to you.
Yeah. I guess you put time on me. What I think.
Well, we did wish for Morven to kill a Star Weaver, and I think it might happen here.
I
burn through all the luck dice, starting to burn through CP. And we are going to CP reroll down to 1 for Jonathon. Still fails.
Okay, so the damage is 5.
Yeah, and there's a 5 on the Miracle Dice, pops a transport. Boom! No need to try for a charge onto Objective 3.
So we are fine.
Only giving Jonathon an 8-pointer.
0 CP, right? Or you have 1 CP?
Very nice.
I do have 1 CP, yeah.
Yeah, 1 CP. You forgot. 1 CP. Oh, I forgot to do my action. Do you care if I do?
No, you don't. Go for it. Go for it.
I'm going to do the action.
Yeah, I know Agent X was
going to do it with Celestine, but now
pointing it out earlier, but good sportsmanship from both these players. The scouring is a little bit of a weird secondary because it does basically give you, or a weird bonus objective because it does basically give you another secondary to worry about. So some people forget about it.
No, but which action?
Sacred Ground.
Okay.
consecrate. Here we will do it with the sisters.
Sure.
Here,
It's
these
true,
ones, so
chat.
they are touching the
Morbid's
objective.
shooting is actually
And here
effective. Can you
we will
imagine?
do
2 miss launches and heavy
with,
bolts full rerolls, pretty
the
good.
two sisters that they
That's
are along
untargetable.
here.
Okay.
So now we are going to. I don't think I have anything else to shoot you. Well, I have this guy, but I don't think he has any line of sight. No, it's totally empty. So we are going now to charge you. We are going to charge you first with the Repentias.
Mm-hmm.
The Repentias, they are going to charge both
The close
both
ones?
Starweavers. Yeah.
Sure.
So we are going.
So I do want to point out some of Jonathon's positioning here. We can see Charches with their Repentia probably onto the front edge of these Starweavers, but the engagement range of the teal Starweaver is going to prevent them from charging too far. They could pile and consolidate that way, but obviously they can't make it that far with their standard charge. And this gives all this space bank here for Jonathon to disembark the Harlequins from this transport. This one's going to be a little bit more awkward. He might have some space here with which to disembark, but he might have to. We might force an emergency disembark on the pink Starweaver with our one remaining CP on Jonathon's side if it ends up getting killed. Although that Mirage Launcher working against melee is going to be a big deal for these Sisters Repentia. They are Zealots, so they're theoretically full rerolls in melee, but not if you can't reroll. That is how that works.
So we should do something like here, I guess. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd have to be
Sorry, yeah. I know, you know. So. This one is gonna be here.
Yeah, this music is pretty poppy, chat. I don't remember putting this track in the playlist, but I kind of like it. It's good energy. So, trying to block as many avenues for disembarkation as possible. Question here is whether or not we send the Zephyrim in. I have to imagine that we do. The Zephyrim have easier coherency because they're only a 5 model unit. Which means that we may, if with a long enough charge, you could put a model between the two Starweavers and potentially measure engagement or measure coherency to another model here. I don't know if that's exactly works, but it could block off a lot of potential disembarkation zones for the pink Starweaver.
One is there.
I do want to throw a shout out as well while I'm here to our Advanced Tactics series. We release monthly videos doing deep dives into 40k mechanics, and the month before last we talked about dedicated transports and how to play with them and how to deal with them, and I think a lot of the things that will certainly come up in these Harlequin games will have been discussed in that video, so highly recommend it. Those are available for YouTube channel members and for patrons at the Advanced Tactics level. Looks like the Zephyrim go in with a 4.
They can reroll for themselves, for the pennant.
Gonna reroll it anyway, yeah.
7,
No reason not to. It's an auto in, I think, onto the corner of his little hull there. So question here is, can we rocket a Zephyrim in between these two boats? Oh, I guess I don't know if we declared the red boat, actually, now I'm thinking about it.
Okay. So we are just... Wait a minute, the Zephyrim... I'm going just to put this one here.
He can't be there because you would be within initiative by other boat.
Yeah, wait.
Because we're still in the charge phase, right?
No, wait. Yeah, I'm thinking what I'm going to do with all of these ladies. I will put this one here.
Do wonder if time is a little bit of a factor here, and potentially one of the considerations that Jonathon had with this hyper aggressive play.
And this one is going to be okay, so
but Random isn't even through his first battle round, and
Pylene
he's
attack
already
you.
down to 51 minutes,
This lady is going to
which
be
could be
just
problematic
here.
as the
I
game
think I'm
continues
an
on.
inch away from you here.
Jonathan
you are-
only
you are
having spent
within
15 minutes off his clock,
Okay,
whereas Random
no,
is
I don't want to be engaged. He's just there.
dropped quite a bit
He's
more.
going to be there. This one is going to be here. So we are fine. We will be like that.
This one won't be able to attack.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure.
So I'm going to declare these three. They are going to hit this boat.
Okay.
And,
This one also can't fight.
and these three, they are going to hit just this boat, okay?
Okay. Sure.
So it's 9 attacks.
Yep.
Do I want? No. I'm going to spend the 4.
Mm-hmm. One
The
of them's
1
4.
is gone.
Yep.
So that's 2
I'm going
miracle
to use
dice
for this
spent
one,
so
okay?
far.
Sure. Yep.
So 8 attacks on
I
force.
believe this turn,
6 is explode.
Yep.
which is important for leap of faith.
And wounding you, I have. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, it
and
should
I
be-
have the 4.
Yep.
And there is
Yep.
an.
So only one victory point so
wounding
far
you
because
on
it is the Sororitas player's turn, but getting on the scoreboard.
Rerolling 1
Mhm.
for the order. So that's for you, damage 2.
Yep.
Solid roll here. Yeah,
Hmm.
Jonathon. I think considering the arithmetic between a
5 on the point.
Yep.
emergency disembarkation versus CP rerolling.
Takes 2.
Saves. Oh my god.
Takes another
2.
2. So it takes 4.
Oh, and it survives.
That's fine. He's down to 2. Now the other Repentias, they are going to hit you. They are 9 attacks.
Although that is not too bad. As the players are discussing there's an opportunity
And
for
force.
emergency disembark. If none of the Harlequins die, they could contest objective 1.
And on 3s.
And that would potentially donate Jonathon a 12-point turn if he's
3.
hold 2, hold more.
Oh no, you already used your reroll, right? Yeah.
Mm.
4 up takes 2.
Takes 2 saves.
It takes 4.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's your time to hit me.
Yep.
No, I'm going to hit you now
yeah,
with
Zephyrim have to
the
go.
Zephyrins.
Okay.
So I'm going to move this one here.
Yeah, I don't know what the Sacred Rite was picked,
And this one
chat.
is going to be just here.
I think it was the additional
We are
advance.
Fine. So now we have 6
Yeah.
units just in case. you know,
Because he
you
was
never
measuring
know.
a 13-inch advance
Mhm.
from
We have,
the
4
Retributor's earlier.
attacks
So I
from the
think it is
superior, I
the
guess.
extra distance this
Yeah.
time. Which would make
You
sense
are-
if you're expecting your opponent to play more of a passive gunline style. I think maybe Random a little bit more used to the light style of play, which is a little bit more ranged oriented to try to make use of their transit man effect and their efficiency with pistols. But the Dark Harlequins are definitely we're just gonna have a big fight. I'm gonna fight, you're gonna fight, we're both gonna die. It'll be a great time. So it looks like we are going to disembark the Harlequin troop here. We did lose the Pink Star Weaver. Red Star Weaver still alive on 2. Yeah, maybe looking for
Yeah. So first of all, does it do immortal to you when it dies?
some positions
No.
to disembark
Does
onto
it
the
explode?
objective.
Nope.
We have to keep in mind that 2-inch engagement range too from these Zephyrim, so they actually should be screening out basically the entirety of Random's objective. So I do think that this is very appropriate positioning from Random to stop that objective from being flipped. I have a hard time imagining that Jonathon's going to be able to fit too many models there.
Oh yeah, good call, Trevi. Stupid
Yeah,
engagement
yeah,
range.
yeah.
I hate it. It's so annoying. It's just it's not even that it impacts the situation much. It's just annoying. And then I guess I can't do that there because I would be within 2 inches of this one. And then okay, so then I think we're good.
So it did emerge to disembark, but I don't believe it's it's not going to flip the objective. We still have objective secured from the Battle Sisters here.
And then
So.
there's 5 of them.
Just ensuring that we can actually place them all, none of them die. But we do lose 1 to it should be 2, right? Yeah, to the transport being destroyed. So no way to hold the objective anyway.
Or I guess you can consolidate.
I kind of love that the Star Weavers with the Dark Harlequin trait also get to like reflect mortal wounds on death. That's kind of cute. Did we lose random here?
You're muted, by the way, right now. If you are.
I'm back. Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess you need to roll for your bodies.
What do I need to roll?
Ones and twos to that.
I already did.
Oh, it's okay. So okay. So 2 were dead. Okay, that's fine. So I think that it's your turn. I'm going. You need to hit me to punch me back, please.
Yes, I do. 4 attacks, 3s. Ugh, 2, 3.
This season is going to be nuts, chat.
1.
I'm really excited. I think that the
He won.
I don't care, man.
the GT Nephilim season is going to be really cool coming from a competitive standpoint. You know, we're in this season where like Necrons are one of the best armies, and that's always pretty interesting. It'll be interesting to see if they get hit at all, but it feels like from a balance standpoint, the game is in a much better spot than it was GT Necwin season. And I think that the games are going to be sweet. Anyway, exciting stuff.
Now it's I don't have to check morale, so I have 1 point for Leap of Faith, 3 for Defend the Shrine, and that's all. And that's your command phase. So I have 6 CPs, I guess.
Yep.
So it's your time to have fun.
Yep. I'm gonna roll my luck dice.
Mm-hmm.
Get the box, please. I have 2 rerolls. Yeah, so I get 8 primary. So.
Yeah, it was a little bit surprising we didn't see more Necrons in the Invitational spread. I know the server in general has a lot of Necron fans, but whether or not they got to qualified, I think there were a couple of qualifiers who had played Necrons in the past, but I don't think we're in practice with them, so that's why we didn't see too many Necrons. And Heretic Astartes are kind of the new and shiny thing, so we saw a lot of that. But yeah, it will be exciting to see a ton of Necrons in the coming season for sure. So we are moving over to Jonathon's turn. He was denied a 12-point primary, which is very good. But as we talked about, should not have a problem knocking out the 8-point primary for random. So I have to imagine this 3-player Harlequin troop probably going to move over and kill the objective secured on this objective, because we do have a lot of models over here, but none of them are innately OPSEC. Unless the Jugmata pointed at one of them, but we have tokened it. So I'm actually not sure what's happening there. But we have a lot of options to score deadly performance this turn. We have a lot of options to score to take your places. And the players have to play around the 2-inch engagement rule here. It is a very big deal, and especially in US Open layouts, but also if you're trying to position around in sort of enemy territory, it makes things much harder. A lot of it is, I think as we've discussed on the stream before, a lot of it is muscle memory, players having to relearn positioning a little bit, because they're so used to positioning outside of an inch of enemies that now positioning outside of situationally 2 inches is kind of a paradigm shift.
Alright, that's annoying. Alright. Sure, they'll do that. The other guys in the teal boat will get out.
Hmm.
Fusions in the front. Sense.
Yeah, banners is going to be common, but I think at least banners is sort of eminently disruptible and forces some aggressive play, which I think is okay. Plus, I think generally it's going to be like a 10 or 11 point secondary, and it very rarely scores like a big 15. Whereas you saw Stranglehold in the previous version, you basically didn't have to do anything to score a 15. So I would much rather be play in an environment where banners is the strong generic secondary rather than Stranglehold. The one that's sort of flabbergasting me is Psychic Interrogation. That one's the objective's a little crazy.
Right there. Celestine is a 6-inch heroic, right?
Yep. Yes.
Do that.
I think I need to roll my Miracle Dice as well, that I forgot, right?
Yes. Yep.
So we will just roll it if I can get it.
Yeah, Chad.
Another 4.
Yeah, the Calexis Assassin is a prime target for Psychic Interrogation, which should not work, but given that how they've elected to make Psychic Interrogation an untargeted ability, I don't know how you make it work without changing the secondary significantly. But the fact that a Psyker can worm his way into the brain of a guy that's immune to psychic powers and then get VP and CP off of him is a little bit hilarious. From outside his anti-Psyker bubble. Incredible. Truly incredible. But I prefer that Psychic Interrogation go back to requiring line of sight. I don't know if my opinions on Psychic Interrogation can truly be interrogated because I'm wildly biased.
Okay.
It's the best secondary for Tyranids for by a long shot, so I think I like it exactly how it is. No changes, please. Give me for the low price of a Neurothreat with Resonance Barb. Give me a command point and 3 victory points every turn for free. I would love that. Thank you. The best part about the Calexis Assassin is that he always has to position in a forward area.
Oh yes.
In order to
punching me.
I will do my best.
In order to force up the -2 to cast bubble, which means he's an even better target for Psychic Interrogation, which is funny. We do have this Starweaver falling back out of combat. Question mark here is whether we spend the CP to our one remaining CP. Probably not. I think we'll probably do that. Spend that on damage on these Harlequin players. So it won't be able to shoot, but it will be able to
I think I'm probably
score deadly performance for being inside the Sororitas deployment zone. Although that transport is going to get picked up pretty quickly this coming turn. Yeah, we have very much refused flank this situation. So the question here is where Jonathon's target priority is going to be.
He's not. do that.
I think that... Oh, looks like we're going to keep this guy in for now. Like we talked about earlier, the probably the best target for these ranged attacks is on the Sisters Repentia. So I wonder if Jonathon is going to be trying to knock out the Sisters Repentia units with shooting before going into the Zephyrum with the player's melee. And then that would allow him to get... especially if he kills these Battle Sisters over here with the 3-man player troop, that would allow him to get Objective 1 taken over as well. And potential to also get the Take Your Place objective. That said, there's still 2 units of Harlequins inside these back 2 Starweavers. I don't know if Jonathon has a plan for those. I think there's a potential for things to go kind of wrong if he overcommits here. If he disembarks all the Harlequin players and just goes absolutely ham. We have 6 CP on random side of the table, so he has a lot of CP to do dice manipulation. We do have a 6 and 2 4s on saving throws, which means he can keep some sisters alive, and he has Moment of Grace and an Interrupt active. So things could go very poorly for Jonathon if he tries to push too hard here. I wouldn't be too surprised to see these 2 Starweavers just hang out for a turn and try to kill some sisters with ranged attacks. Yeah, it's all quiet on the Western Front over here, chat. These folks are just chilling. Waiting for something to happen, but only 5 Harlequin Troopers and a Void Weaver on this side of the table for them to contend with.
I have to keep you to...
Although we've killed 2 Star Weavers, and another one should go down pretty quickly here. So I think that, I mean, you do have to be cognizant of the threat of those Void Weavers, so you can't push too far forward. Because the Void Weavers, like we talked about, do have a very good profile at fighting Adepta Sororitas. So, but I do wonder if there's an incentive for Random to just push really hard through Objective 5. Although there is a player troop in the blue Starweaver. So it's unlikely he gets it in one turn. He also does not have a Repentia Superior, I believe, over on this side, which means that these Repentia don't have access to Advance and Charge.
We'll just take the 2 performance.
So now it's time for Jonathon to really puzzle through his turn. Interesting that we saw him ask this big question of Random, and I think Random has responded appropriately enough that Jonathon now has to consider his options as well. Like we said, Chad, I think this game's going to be pretty sick.
You can fight on death with Repentia, right?
Yep, for 2 CP.
For 2 CP, okay.
I can fight and I die.
Yeah. Must be nice. I wish I could still do that.
Yeah. Dark Harlequins did have the ability to fight on death up until the last data slate, and then they just turned into a mortal wound effect. But interesting that they took that ability away from Harlequins. They reprinted it exactly in the Heretic Astartes book and gave it to Creations of Bile, which we do have 2 Creations of Bile lists in Invitational, run by Dutes and Salad.
Could try to continue this melee. Dead. Okay. Alright.
The blue objective markers, chat, are for the Take Your Places secondary. Jonathon will score 2 points for having models within range of 2 of those at the end of his turn, and 3 points if he has all 3.
These guys are going to be on this side of the wall, actually.
Mm-hmm.
For this guy. Those guys will still go there.
Yep.
Or I guess we could get a red in there, and then they could just pop that.
Yeah, downside here, I think, is that Jonathon would love to shoot his pistols this turn. But he is, looks like, going to have a little bit of trouble. You really want to get use out of those fusion pistols and neurodisruptors that you paid for on these Harlequin troops. But not being light Sadeth means that if he advances with them, they're kind of out of luck. I like how much of this matchup is a big mind game, chat. Both these players basically trying to present to each other the most difficult game state to parse through. And that's certainly what we've seen here. Jonathon going, what will you do if I put 4 Star Weavers out of line of sight on your table, in your table quarter, threatening your deployment zone? And Random says, that's fine. I'll just surround them with Sisters Repentia and say go.
And then you would need a 7-inch charge? An 8-inch charge. Guaranteed get. Oh, that's risky though. I don't think this guy could clear them. No. Here you could. This. No, this is like here somewhere. Near disruptors. Okay. I think we've figured out what it is that we are going to try to do. I think we just kind of go all in. Like,
Well, while Jonathon's parsing through his turn here, I think we're going to run a quick break. We'll be back momentarily, chat.
not charging. Relying happen. Okay, no, we're gonna stick with this. They're gonna go there. They're gonna go there. Shoot and kill the Repentia. Yeah. Alright. We've figured it out. 6 inches there. Then we'll get red out. This will actually be red squad. So red squad will just get out here, basically. Okay. And then we'll... I might not be able to actually. There. There we go. There.
So we elected not to disembark the squad from the Teal Starweaver. We're only going to drop the squad from the Wounded Starweaver out and engage with the 3-man player troop over here.
So,
and Jonathon mentioning that his game plan from here on out is going to be to try to kill the Sisters of Repentia and shooting, so we don't have to deal with their fight on death ability. Which I think makes a ton of sense. We can kill the Zephyrim potentially in the fight phase. But we do have to be cognizant of Celestine and her big heroic intervention, because if given the opportunity, she does have the potential to cut a Harlequin troop unit into many hundreds of tiny pieces.
They're at 6-inch engagement range. Guess I could charge. Could choose the Gemini here. Brown. Here.
So much proxy basing here, chat.
This base work.
It is important that Jonathon make sure that this pink player troop can do what he wants to, because he wants to remove objective secured from the Sororitas side by killing these battle sisters, hold this objective, and be able to get a model into the take your place objective to get 3 points on that. Because he will have the red squad on the bottom one, most likely, if it charges into the Zephyr and piles in onto the objective. But I think he has to be worried about Celestine. Yeah. Ooh. The Celestine and the 2-inch engagement range from the Gemini Superior make things a little bit awkward. If you bring her into this fight, it's going to be bad for you. I almost wonder if we see a...
So that's
Here we go.
I guess you also don't necessarily want to declare them as a charge target. So I almost wonder if we would rather see Jonathon place all of his models on this side of the wall, go for a little bit more risky of a play, and charge both units, and then use a consolidation orbit to drop out of range of the of Celestine's unit to attack. You need to be out of line of sight, because think of Celestine. If you let Celestine overwatch you and she fires her flamer, there is a potential that you could kill one or two of the players, and that could be super brutal. So keeping them outside the wall would stop that from happening, and then if you engage the Gemini Superior, it stops the unit from heroically intervening. And Jonathon could use the pile and consolidate movement to to get closer to the battle sisters, so that they can't heroically intervene, but then he can move out of range in the fight phase. I don't know if that's going to be the plan. Looks like we're actually just going to throw the Star Weaver onto the take your place objective, not even worry about it.
Okay, and you lost you. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So you get your bolts back. Okay.
Why are Harlequin models allowed to move after disembarking a transport? Because that's how transports work, chat. You move after you disembark them.
And then we'll do Void Weavers. Come out like this. Pensia. All right. And then Troop Master can.
The purple squad, it also should be mentioned, or the pink squad over here, did disembark when their transport was destroyed. So they were already standing in this position before they moved, because they used a emergency disembarkation to get additional distance.
I think we just get more shooting down here, just in case. Crazy
Another rules people get wrong video. I don't know, chat. I get so much hate mail every time I make one of those that
I did the scouring.
It's like not even worth it.
With an X.
So we are moving. I was going to mention that time looked like it was going to be a little bit of an issue for random here, but Jonathon did just spend about 15 minutes considering his movement phase. So I think the player's almost at parity in time now. Although Jonathon is a turn ahead of random.
I guess you still throw a Pensia here, but just 6. As long as I'm more than 12 from you, we're good. Still on lookout, sir. Okay. And then I guess we need to screw this back corner.
Oh, the thinking phase, of course. There's the planning phase, and then there's the commanding phase, and that was the planning phase.
This guy screens out there.
Yeah, so Jonathon now does have to worry about that Angelic Ascent. So if he opens up his backline to the Zephyrim squad, he could potentially get the Void Weavers engaged or killed. He's a troop master holding this objective all by himself. I hope there's no space in here. It doesn't look like there is between the Starweaver and the Void Weaver, the Starweaver, the two Starweavers in the front and middle of the table. Get a charge on that troop master and get him killed early would be very bad for Jonathon, but I don't think that there's an avenue to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
And this Starweaver does have Harlequins in it, so if a Zephyrim squad pops down to kill it, they will pile out and grab the objective. Unless a Zephyrim can engage in such a way that they encompass the entire objective with their extended engagement range, but I don't believe that that's really possible while attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, is it? It might be.
Just a touch.
Okay.
You don't need that much to be able to make that happen.
9 there.
Since you basically become a 5-inch bubble of both engage and deny disembarkation if you're on wholly within the terrain there.
In theory, you shouldn't.
Interesting, chat.
Troop master. You got this whole.
And we do have good miracle dice on random side.
Yeah.
We have a 6 in the bank, 2 4s. We could use the 4s for saving throws or for a moment of grace if we need to. And then hope that once the Repentia go down, and plus you have a couple phases to get the chance to roll additional dice, you can get another 3+ to get or a 2+, I guess, because we're +1 to charge.
Okay.
It's actually almost automatic, I think. It might be an automatic charge with the 6 in the miracle pool, because of all the charge bonuses that the Zephyrim are going to get.
This back corner properly.
Underrated benefit of going YOLO. Jonathon did put 4 Starweavers in his opponent's stable half on turn 1. 5 Starweavers, right? Because he had one in the center.
All right.
If that's not YOLO, I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
He did just eat a bunch of boats.
So shooting.
Yep.
So we're just going to start with the back Void Weavers. They're just going to put all their stuff into the Repentia.
Okay.
So here come the gunshots.
First. Hitting on 3s, wooden on 2s. That many?
Damage 1, I guess.
Their damage 2.
Damage 2, okay. On 6s. Wait. 1 is gone. So now we have 3. A minute.
Eat bolt gun!
1.
1 dead.
Yeah.
Could just reroll successes here.
I will roll it them and I will get rid of the repentance, okay?
Yeah.
3. So 3 of them, they are dead. That they are going to be this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, and then I have 63 shots. So that is. These are 1, 2. Okay, and then 3s. 3s. 7.
7 on 6s. Damage.
These are 1 damage.
Okay, 1 is gone. On 5s. 3 more are dead.
Okay.
They're going to be this one, and this one, for example.
Alright. We will do the next Void Weaver squad. The Shuriken cannons will both just go to the Repentia.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll shoot the big version of the guns at the Zephyrim.
Okay.
We'll start with the big version of the guns. 3s, 2s. Just 1 wound.
Ooh,
P4.
that wasn't great.
1 wounded before.
So fire the focused prismatic shot, trying not to remove all the Zephyrim. Just get them low for the player troop to engage into.
And then the Shuriken cannons. 12 shots.
I do appreciate that Jonathon took a lot of time to plan his turn, but his execution's being very quick.
6. I guess.
It should be. It's 8.
8.
It's
Okay.
2's wound, yeah.
To the Lonely Repentia?
Yes.
I will spend just 1 dice on a 4.
Okay.
I don't care,
Yeah, the count as having moved clause is specifically for things like heavy weapons. So you always suffer the heavy weapon move and shoot penalty if you've disembarked a transport, regardless of whether or not you've been selected to move in the movement phase. But they are still eligible to be selected to move.
Right. The orange boat will shoot the shuriken cannons at the Zephyrin.
Yep.
3s and 2s to wound you. 1 AP3, 3 AP1s.
3 AP1, okay. I will start with the 3 AP1s. With the latest they are in cover. They are saving on 2s.
Yep.
Yeah. On 2s. One is dead. The other one, okay, both of them.
Of course.
Fine.
And then the AP3.
Fantastic.
Brutal.
So the last one is AP3.
Yep.
So it's AP2. So I guess that they have no one else. Well, they are in cover or not? They are on the terrain? No. So it's on 5s, I guess. Another one is dead. That is going to be this one. Yep.
Alrighty. So then we'll go to the pink squad. We'll shoot the. Actually, let's do the red squad. They'll shoot the 2 neurodisruptors at Celestine, a shuriken pistol at Celestine, a fusion pistol at Celestine, and then the other fusion pistol will just go into. I guess we can see the Repentious.
A little awkward there. Celestine just outside of range to get look out, sir.
So.
Or look out, ma'am, I guess.
Yeah, with that one, yes.
Alright, so we'll do the fusion to the Repentia first.
Yeah.
This is the neurodisruptors into Celestine. Miss. Shuriken pistol into Celestine. Hits 1 AP1 into Celestine.
On 2s.
Good.
Saved.
Fusion pistol into Celestine. Hits wounds AP4.
On 4s. This 4 is going to do it.
Well, you've already used a miracle dice this phase, right?
Yeah. Go.
Well, you already used a miracle dice on the Repentia.
Okay, sorry. Hey, I guess that we were.
And that was the 4 that you
Yeah,
used.
it was just,
So
rotation value is a 4. Wait. It was, you are right. So I need to put back the miracle dice and I need to roll the save.
Well, no, because you used this 4 on the Repentia. So you had 1 4.
No, I used this 4 on the Repent and I didn't get rid of it. Okay, yeah, you are probably right. Sorry, Jonathon. On a 4.
Okay, so one of the
Wait. I'm going to spend 1 CP, discard the 1. I'm going to CP reroll this. Some force. No, I don't think it's worth. So the Gemini is dead.
Okay. And then the pink squad will do a neurodisruptor and a fusion pistol into Celestine as well.
Okay.
Fusion, hits and doesn't wound, and then the neurodisruptor also misses. Alrighty. I think that is all for the shooting phase. So we'll go and do charges now. So we'll start with the red players. They'll just charge the Zephyrin.
Which one?
The red ones into the Zephyrin? Yeah.
Here, this charge.
Yep.
I have nothing to say about that. So it's fine. Go.
So they'll do this. Do one there. This guy can go into here, I guess. Because we're not stopping your heroic no matter what. I guess we can make it harder to shoot me. We want to make sure they can all fight. An inch, like this. I guess I could turn off Overwatch and Celestine, which might not be a terrible idea. No, it's fine. The players will charge Celestine and the Battle Sisters.
Okay.
Would you like to Overwatch?
Yeah, I will spend 1 CP.
Sure.
Yeah. Random has a ton of
I
CP to
will
spend
go
here.
first
There's the off chance he burns a couple
pistol
Harlequin
from the
players.
Gemini. It's on 5s. Number of shots for Celestine.
Ah,
I
unfortunate.
want to CP reroll 1. Yes, I'm going to CP reroll this one. Probably
Bring another CP.
Okay, 4. Wounding you.
All in.
Choose.
Yep.
Here we go.
4 wounds.
All right, taking on the lead first. 4 up.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 up. It's fine. Takes 1 wound.
Ooh, good saving throw.
Okay, that's fine.
Lead player eats the damage.
Distance.
You charge Celestine because it's extremely difficult. We talked about the interaction previously, Chad. It's almost impossible to prevent Celestine from heroically intervening from this position. In fact, she could heroically intervene to the red players, even if the pink players had charged somewhere else. Which, if she kills the red player, she could base the red player troops so they can't move. If she kills them, it cuts a ton of points from Jonathon holding his take your place objective and pushing to objective 1 over here. So what we're gonna do is engage her at the end of the fight, at the end of the charge phase, so she's ineligible to heroically intervene, and then as soon as we fight, we're gonna pile out of melee with her. Another shout out to Advanced Tactics. We talk about that interaction in the last video on the Advanced Tactics series, which is all about heroic interventions. Good stuff. You can join the YouTube membership to get all access to that whole thing.
Okay, so we have 2 hits, AP3, I guess?
Two AP3s on the Battle Sisters, yes.
Yeah, and do you have any more attacks to make them?
I do. I have 5 more attacks.
2 AP3, that they are 2 AP2. They are dead.
Okay.
So those 2 Battle Sisters get taken
there.
out. We did put the Star Weaver on
interrupt.
the Take Your Place objective, so we don't need to take it right now. That means that this pink player troop will be holding objective 1. And depending on where red player troop goes, I don't believe that we killed 2 units in shooting. But if this player troop does kill the Zephyrim, we don't have to worry about deadly performance. Well, that will have been scored already. But if they don't die, we might be trying to get this player troop into the deployment zone. Seems like it might be a little tough, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, I'm going to interrupt. I need to, yes.
So we could interrupt the 2 Zephyrim to swing to the players. No Benos is to hit here, I don't believe. So they would just be swinging on 4s, and that's probably not worth the interrupt. As nice as it would be to kill most of the player troops here and keep the Zephyrim alive, I don't think it's going to happen. And there goes the Zephyrim squad. So Repentia killed, a Battle Sister unit killed, the Zephyrim killed. Jonathon has his Take Your Places scored. He has his Deadly Performance scored.
And that is my turn.
And that's pretty good. We do
anything?
have a Healing Tears potentially available for Celestine to bring that Gemini Superior back.
I get 3 for Deadly Performance.
I was going to spend one of my miracle dice for the, do you care? This one, to save the ladies, just
Sure,
to get
yes.
the secondary. Yeah, that's fine. As I don't have anything to check, so I get Leap of Faith for another 2 points. I get 4 points on this one. I get 5 points on Sacred Grounds. And
So
now
is Leap of Faith at 3 or 4 right now?
Sorry?
Is Leap of Faith at 3 or 4 right now?
It's of 3. I have done
Okay.
2 in my turn and 2 in his turn.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah, you just put it to 4, which is why I asked.
Oh, okay.
No problem.
That's fine. Okay, so I've got a 2 on my command phase. Morven is going to.
All right, chat. Yeah, I
Full
think
rerolls to
that
have.
was pretty appropriate follow-up from Jonathon. He'll lose his 2 player troops, and he'll lose the Star Weaver, but that's to be expected. Harlequins basically trade models for objective points, and that's what he's doing right now.
Okay, if that's cool with you.
significant number of units killed, but we do have a lot in reserve for the Sororitas, who I think can push pretty hard this turn. I do believe that he is screened out appropriately so the characters can't get hit by the deep strikes, which is good. I don't believe that there's any position in the back here for deep strikes to come down. So we probably lose this Starweaver to guns for sure. The models over here shouldn't have trouble killing these random spammering of players, plus Celestine's there. She can Healing Tears and then declare a charge. So the real question is where these Zephyrim end up going. Oh, they just didn't change leap? Great. Sure. We'll fix that.
Attack on the Repentias, it works. An extra Sacred Rite, it works. They have the Passion as well.
Yeah.
And they have also Obsec.
Yep.
So now we are going to move, and we are going to move.
So the Dugmata praying to the Repentia for Obsec and Exploding Sixes. Looks like we're not going to be healing our Gemini.
I'm just going to keep Celestine here.
Oh, maybe we will. We're on a roller coaster out of emotions right now.
Sure. So she was there.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Thank you. So we are going to do what? What we are going to do now? We are going just to reroll for himself. Mm-hmm. Just stay there, I guess.
Sorry, who did Morgan give the rerolls to?
Herself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we are going to move this little battle sister here.
So potentially looking for a big advance with a Retributor squad trying to get range into a Starweaver. Seems a little tough.
Not bad.
We do still have a 6 in the Miracle Dice Bowl,
Can stay there,
but we might use that for a charge.
for me, so I can get rid of that for you. Here covering. Okay, that's fine. Mm-hmm. So the Battle Sisters, they're gonna be just here. Celestine is not going to make her actions, she's fine.
Sure. Just keep in mind, you have to be more than 2 inches from me.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. True. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 This one is with people, I guess, right?
Yep. The only one that doesn't have people is the one that doesn't have a color on it. Is the middle one.
So you can move 11 and you can charge. Here we are going to move just this body here. So I don't care. This one is going to just be here. The Gemini is going to be just here, and this rat is going to be here. Where can I put? You have the lead player and 2 players. Okay. So Celestine is going to move here.
Well, she's doing the action, right?
No, she's doing nothing. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
These ladies, they are going just to advance. The Repentias in the back, that they have +1 attack, obsec, and you know all the that nasty things that they do. The Repentias. They're gonna be here, here. I care? No, I don't care. Okay, he can wait. That's 7. So he can be there. And they can be just there.
Just keep in mind you have to be more than 2 inches.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't. I really.
Yeah, I know it's brutal.
It's really annoying.
Yes.
But it is what it is. So
Yeah.
here we're fine.
Watch the. Yeah, you're good there. This guy's
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are going to put this lady is going to be just here. The Documata is going just to be here. So we are going to advance with the green squad, that they are normal sisters. It's a 3. So it's 9.
So advancing forward with this sister squad, but I'm not sure that we have a way to get them onto the center objective, which would be ideal. So we're just, I think, assuming we're going to kill the Star Weaver with shooting, which is probably pretty likely. But the downside here is that the ranged attacks, the ranged output of this Harlequins army is so high with all of those Void Weavers hanging out in the back that these smaller units exposing themselves will probably just get vaporized as soon as they hop out of cover. I think I would like to see them take light cover here. At least it lets them save on a 4. Thanks to Armor of Contempt.
So I guess that these ladies, they are going just to come here, 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 and here. So we are going just to put these ladies here. I will advance them, okay?
I think Random feeling the pressure a little bit. So I'm going to reposition some of his armies so that he can get better engages next turn. And it is at least threatening the center of the table. The downside of that take your places is that it does... I mean, the combination of take your places and deadly performance does sort of require Jonathon...
For a minute.
As Random gets a phone call. Does sort of require Jonathon to put units in the middle of the table. Which mean that Random does get stuff to attack. Although they are just printing victory points for the Harlequins, which is generally how Harlequins go. But it feels to me like right now, despite the fact that Jonathon is scoring pretty well on deadly performance and take your places, I think the real clinch of this game is going to be primary objective control. And Harlequins are so good at that. It's very difficult to prevent them from being able to contest your objectives. They're so fast and dangerous. They can put a lot of objective secured on an objective and clear out your own objective secured. Though we do have OPSEC on this entire Repentia unit, we're going to have Celestine holding down the fort over here. So if we can kill the Harlequin troopers before the fight phase, or if the Sisters Repentia go in and kill these players, and then can peel out of combat, or out of the open with a consolidation towards these models or towards the Star Weaver up at the top, they could potentially be putting a lot of objective secured on the objective without being able to be shot by the Void Weavers, which is a big deal right now. But given that Jonathon does have that assassination pick in the bank, as long as Random can keep that down to a low score, the difference on secondary objectives shouldn't be too big. So Random does need to get back in the game on primaries, which is, I think, why we see this relatively aggressive push here. He does need to pick out more of these Star Weavers, though. Those 2 Shuriken cannons apiece are absolutely brutal at ripping up Sisters Infantry, and that toughness 3 is not great for them.
Do you have Auspex?
Nope.
I don't. Yeah, no, but it's fine. So we are in turn 2, right?
Indeed.
So this one is going to come here. They are going to be at 9 inches from you here.
Sure.
So we are.
It's 9 inches from the hull, right? So like, girl's got to be a bit further back.
Well, we know that it's 9 inches, so
Yep.
I think.
Yep. It's just that if they fail their charge for whatever reason, then.
Yeah. Okay. So I need a 7, something. No, it's
An
1
8.
range. No, a 7.
Or 7 other dice because you have +1. Yeah.
Yeah, but we got +1, so that's fine. So more movement.
Yeah, time may be an issue here, chat, for sure.
So they are fine.
Only 28 minutes left on Random. He is not 2 full battle rounds into the game.
This one is here, this one is here, this one is here. So we are absolutely fine now. So Celestine, as I told you, the sister. We are going to start the shooting phase. We are going to start with Celestine shooting to you. No, Celestine is going to make the action to consecrate the point here.
Okay.
Okay. So the sisters, they are going to shoot. They are going to shoot everything to the 3 players that they are there.
Sure.
So I'm shooting you on 3s, rerolling 1s. And I'm wounding you on 3s, rerolling 1s. Still, I've got the Melta. This is for the order.
Yep.
So that's for you, AP 0, damage 1. Okay.
So lead
One is dead.
dies. Another one
Second
dies. Yeah, they're dead.
Dies. They are all dead. Okay, so there is no reason to shoot anything else. Morven is going to shoot to the players that they are here.
Yep.
So we will use the soft profile with the missiles. We will start with the
Heavy bolter.
on threes, re-rolling because he rolls to herself.
It's twos, so one of those hit because they're not minus one.
Okay, good, Marvin.
Oh, okay.
Stop rolling
Yeah.
ones.
The players are minus one. Yeah.
Okay, on two, re-rolling ones.
Yep.
3 for you.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then the 2d6 one, right? So 6.
Yeah. So it's 6. We will. Wow.
Good thing she's rerolling. All right.
I miss one. Okay.
3's to it.
So on threes with full rerolls. Okay.
So we're gonna start with the single guy with the shuriken pistol, and then the rest will go on the lead. So the single guy with the shuriken pistol died.
Wow. Okay.
Those saves are pretty good.
Great saves on the Harlequin side, yeah.
Indeed,
One
they are.
player dead to Marvin
I
Ball.
think he should be there, but he's not. And I can shoot you. Yeah, I can shoot you with this.
No,
one.
I'm behind the screen.
Ah, you are behind the screen. That's true. So yes. So I will have to hit you with the Repentia. That it's also it's okay. Okay, so we are going just to use now the Battle Sisters. They are going to shoot everything to your boat in the middle.
Yep.
8 shots.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see if we can knock out the Star Weaver. This is a little bit of an undercommittal, although we do have to
five.
shoot it.
That was pretty good.
And rerolling 1. No. Sorry. No, not that one. I'm going to use for the mental. Well,
Okay.
3 for you. 1 damage.
Let's just get killed by bolters right here. Easy. Get absolutely
yeah,
slapped.
that's
That's
fine.
hilarious.
Nope.
No need to fire a multi-melt.
So
If you
he's
just
gone.
get the Star Weaver with your bolt guns. Can we get an E-bolt gun out of chat here?
Action, so she can shoot. The Repentia Superior, he has a crack grenade. Number of
Not
shots. Not in range. I think he has already. It's a pistol. Give me 1 second. Yeah, he has. No, he has a crack grenade. And a grenade.
Thank you,
Neither
chat.
weak. No,
That's what we needed.
else. No. So the Dogmata, I don't think he has. He has a bolt pistol, but hey, he can. On threes, he can reroll once because he has order keyword. On threes, nothing.
Okay.
So we are moving and rolling my miracle dice. A 3. So we are moving to the charge phase. I'm going to charge you with the Repentias here.
Sure.
I'm going just to be here. I think I can charge 3, so I don't think there should be any problem at all. In case I'm going just to roll, you know, that it's more.
In case you want to use some more, yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay, so it's 3 and 1, it's a 4.
4. Yeah. I mean, it's enough.
Yeah,
It's just a little awkward, right?
Yeah, it's a little, you know.
Yeah, so hoping here that the Sister Serpentia kill the players, but that we have a direction to use our Consolidate to get back into the line of sight blocking here. Because we're going to be moving towards the Star Weaver, the teal Star Weaver up top there.
1 inch. Let's see
Would be a little bit more easier, I think, if the pink players had survived, but to be fair, or if the Star Weaver had survived. But I don't think Random is going to be too upset that those models are dead. And we do have 2-inch engagement to the players if we're fighting through the obscuring terrain.
I think
So that actually will give Random some more options for positioning.
This will be still on range. No.
No. Has to be a little bit closer. There you go.
He will be here. And this one will be just here. And we have all but 1 hitting you.
Okay.
Using
They
that
have
2-inch
one
engagement
attack,
range to the
so
fullest.
I'm going to charge you as well with the Zephyrims.
Yep.
They need a 7. And they can reroll. So I'm not going to risk. I'm going to take the 6.
Yeah, so we're going to spend our miracle dice here to get in
6, 11. That's
on the Starweaver. Big charge, but again, that Starweaver does have Harlequin players inside, so this isn't actually going to flip the objective.
4 attacks on 3s and on 2s.
3.
Or it's unlikely it flips the objective, I guess. There is a potential, I think, that if we position our Zephyrim along this line, so we have like one model, one model, one model, one model, one here, and one here. I think there is a potential that the 2-inch engagement zones from these models could prevent any Harlequins from getting onto the objective. But I'm not 100% sure that that's entirely possible. So it actually looks like what we may end up angling to do is just get one Zephyrim in and contest the objective. So drop Jonathon down to a 4-point primary, but not destroy the Starweaver. Just ping the Starweaver and force the players to deal with the Zephyrim another way. That said, we do have the white squad in the reserve here. They do have to screen out a second unit of Zephyrim that is has the potential to come down.
Yeah, I can spend a CP to make this.
And now that's all.
Alright.
So we are going just to start with the.
So just a quick question. This which of the Zephyrim units Angelic assented? Is it this one?
Which one? Sorry, Stevie?
Which of the Zephyrim units used Angelic Ascent?
It was that one, Trippy. It was the 10-man.
Okay, because that one has to be set up on the next movement phase, right?
Is this one is the unit of unit of
this
eight?
one's in standard reserve, right? And then we Angelic Ascented.
Okay, yeah. And you told me the last game, you remember, so I need to put the other two.
Yeah. Just as a.
That's fine. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I will change these two.
Just realizing that we might have set down the wrong one.
Okay, so here we are. We are going to start with the Repentias. They are hitting all but one, so it's 4, 7, 21 attacks.
Mm-hmm. Minus 1 to hit.
Yeah, so we are hitting on 4s. 6s explode. No 6s at all. These 3 I need to reroll as well.
Yep.
Much better. We have 4, so we are missing 1.
Yep.
Wounding you on choose.
Yes, sir.
So that's for you.
All right, Harlequin troops, what do you got?
And then
You'll be okay.
See if I do mortals to you.
Yeah, just go.
4s. 3 mortal wounds.
3 mortal wounds on 5s.
Two Repentia get killed on the swing back. Actually makes it much easier for the Repentia to get out on a site, so that's easy.
Do you want to interrupt?
No.
So we are going to start here punching you with 1 Zephyrim, that is 3 attacks.
Yep.
On 4s, on 5s, 1 AP4, AP3, sorry.
4 at the ball. Take a damage. Okay. I punch you back.
Yep.
3s and
Okay.
3s. Alright. 81, but.
Hot damn, Starweaver, calm down.
So.
That's.
1 is dead. I will take this one.
So
So I think it's my time. I will check morale with the Repentia that I will spend the 2, the 3.
So
I
auto
got
pass
a
morale
miracle
through
dice
Repentia on the Miracle Dice, which will score a
at the
leap of
end of
faith.
the
So we
fighting
are
phase.
printing money on the
Well, the Repentia
Sororitas
lost
side.
2, so they can't roll morale, right? Because they can't fail.
You can roll morale even if you don't fail. As far as I know.
Maybe you can't. Yeah, I don't know. I thought they changed that. Maybe not.
Revi?
Or no, they just made it so if you don't get a miracle list, you roll a 1, so there was no point. But yes, you could use it.
Yeah, you know, that's the point to do that.
Yep.
So I think that's your turn. That's all my thing. I have 3 points for the fan, the shine, 1 for leap of faith, sorry, and nothing for that's for you.
Okay.
So I guess I need I have 4 command points or 5. Is it's updating or not?
I don't know.
Yeah, it should update with each player turn.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Jonathon was at 2 and now he's at 3 after the turn switched.
Yeah.
Hey, Jan, only 18 minutes left for random.
So
Super tight on time. I have a sneaking suspicion that random might time out this game. He's 2 turns in and about 80 minutes spent so far. So a little bit tough to complete a game with spending 40-minute turns, to be honest. Or 35-minute turns, I guess. Plus the deployments, like closer to 30, but that's still a little long, to be fair.
Forward weavers out there. Shoot them. And the little shots can just go there. Here you have 25 range. That line there. So we can shoot shuriken cannons there, and then big guns back there. What kills the Zephyrim? Probably just players. So these guys will get out. You have 5. This. 2 inches away from you. I guess we can just get out and go to the other side. We'll just kind of get out. I'll just. Probably actually this side now. Got it.
Right, Jonathon, I get 3 points for scoring.
Who did you do the scouring with?
Oh no, I didn't declare. As you did, I didn't declare.
And it's also in your command phase, right? So.
Yeah.
Because you did Sacred Ground with on this one. You did Sacred Ground on this one with Celestine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Sacred Ground finishes at the. Yeah, Sacred Ground finishes at the start of your next turn, right? So you'll get Sacred Ground next turn if Celestine's still there, which she probably will be. Okay. All right. So these guys can get up there. Pop here. This.
Oh, I think you're right, chat. Yeah. I actually don't think that's random got a
This boat will
command
fall
point.
back.
This should be defaulted to Nephilim. I think the players changed it to Knockmoon. It's a little bit awkward. All right.
No, he'll just.
We will.
Well,
buff command.
What gets me my? This guy would have to advance to get on that. You still have.
It probably was reset after the they picked faction secondaries, I think.
So I guess if they get
there is only a single real default secondary on the scoreboard right now. Yeah.
It's possible. Let's see. Although I guess you fail your Sacred Ground action if you heroic, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Basically, the question.
Did I roll the start of the phase, the miracle dice? No, I will
Not
say
sure.
that no. So I will do it.
Next
A
feature
one,
for
so I will keep it.
FTC map base, automatic miracle dice
Sure.
rolling.
Alright, so these guys.
Just gives you a miracle.
Like
It's
a
fine.
sure container range. Once we go to this side, that would probably. Could just go to there, but then we get charged by like Celestine next turn, which isn't great. That's fine. So we'll just not sure container side. I'd be able to get one or two of them in range. 16 to here. That. Wings not in the wall. Cheating. Alright, we got him in range. And he can go 16 to here. This Void Weaver can just come over to here. Bit for the forwards with his nose. Yes.
So pushing out the Void Weavers, yeah, to engage
There.
into everything, all the Sororitas stuff along the midline over here.
This.
We do have another Zephyr unit in reserve for Sororitas,
Okay.
but this Zephyr unit should probably get picked up.
Solo Void Weaver. And screen out.
I have to imagine that
corner
we
still.
target down the green Battle Sisters as well. You have to get rid of them so that there's no chance that they could disrupt your fight over the center objective.
I think the players are fine. You do have enough CP to.
And the center take your place as well.
Death is annoying.
They could make it so that you can't engage onto it without charging them, which would be annoying for Jonathon and his many vehicles that want to run into that objective and score 2 points.
Oh yeah, we'll get the guys in the teal boat out. Just the red guys. Yeah, we got the teal guys out. Just here. Can't see anything. Here. Range. So they'll just advance, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
6, 14. I'm just ready for use that wall. This, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Troop Master might hop into the orange boat, and this one's empty now, so I'll take it away from color. He could just hopefully hang out. And I think. We'll just go here. I guess let me get. Yeah, that's fine. Really care if you flamers. Yeah, we'll put them like kind of like this. Is that true? Yeah, it's fine. And then the orange boat. The troop master will get inside the orange boat.
The orange boat is this one?
Yep.
Okay, so you have the guy inside the boat. Okay, that's fine.
He'll just kind of stay behind this wall.
Mm-hmm.
This. Weaver's doing his job. The white players will move. Guess we could just advance them. We'll just advance them. 3. This guy will come back to screen up my back line. Best possible. 9 there, approximately. 9 there. No, yeah. Oh, I gotta move these guys still. Yeah. Level 3, so they go 11. This, or I guess he can go like this. Get that back field, or he can go here. So he's gonna fall back.
Okay.
Like this. He'll just kind of come back here. The shadow sphere will advance 2 inches.
Okay.
Just
That's fine.
backfield done. This guy's gonna be in this wall. He doesn't need to be in the front there. Alright. That's movement phase all done.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do psychic for the first time this game. We will start with a smite. We do on a 7.
I smite with this guy on a 7, so roll the damage.
Okay. 1.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, and then we'll do mirrored minds. Goes off the 7.
Do you need line of sight?
Nope, not for mirrored minds.
Okay, I will try to deny.
Yep.
On a 6.
Nope.
And wait a minute.
Sure.
Do I want to? Yeah, I'm going to spend 1 CP on a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing, roll.
Okay, so D3 mortals for 3.
Okay.
And then if you want to come grab this red dice, we can roll off.
Yeah. Great. Okay. You roll first with the blue one. Okay,
Okay,
that's fine.
Alrighty.
The classic
phase
mirror
over,
minds.
So shooting phase.
like,
So we'll just start with the green boats.
That happens
here.
every time.
Shuriken cans are in our range, so they're just going to put their 2 big guns with a small profile into the retributors in the back here.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be 63 shots.
Hey,
good.
look at that gun.
Twice and not once. 3s and 3s to wound. So that made an AP3.
Oh no,
The green squad is dead, right?
Nope, that's the retributors in the back.
that was
the
terrible
Retributor.
roll right there.
Yes.
Just picks up the Retributor squad. Yikes.
Alright.
Void Weavers, no, not like this. Stop.
And then
What?
we will.
Nice. Okay, no, go.
The yellow boats. We'll put everything into the. I guess we can just shoot the sisters in the middle. So 63 shots.
Okay, go.
The big guns. That, and one more there. 3s. That many AP4s. Or AP3s, sorry. 4 dead.
So 4 are dead.
And then the shuriken cannons. 3s and 2s. So 3 AP3s and 4 AP1s.
Okay, she's dead.
So yeah. Okay. Then we'll do the blue guys. So So 2 Neuro Disruptors, a Shuriken Pistol, and 2 Fusions. So the 2 Neuro Disruptors, 1 Mortal Wound, Fusions, 1 hits, and no wounds. And then the Shuriken Pistol hits and does not wound.
So 1 mortal wound, and 1
Yep.
ego. Okay.
That is all I got for shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go into the charge phase.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with the red guys. They're going to charge the Repentia.
So excellent shooting phase. I think almost perfect conversion from what Jonathon would want to do. Void Weavers exactly killed the Retributor squad, wiped out the Sisters in the middle. We have enough charges into the Zephyrum to peel them out. Although we are running into an interrupt here potentially. And I think there is a potential that we do actually see an interrupt on the Zephyrum squad to try to clear a player troop. So that they get a little bit of value out of their deep strike.
You don't have the option.
That's fine.
And then we can pile in and fight you.
Yep.
The blue guys will charge the Zephyrum.
Yep.
10. Set the wall. Oh, sorry, I gotta use a strat on the players that charged your Repentia real quick. 1 CP to do mortals on 4-ups.
Okay.
I need 5 dice for that. 4-ups are mortals. Just 1 mortal.
1 mortal wound on 5s. Oh, yeah, we are fine.
Okay. And then the white guys will charge the Zephyrum as well.
Mm-hmm.
4. Enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, that's all my charges to be done. So we'll go into the fight phase. We'll start with the red players over here.
Okay, the Repentia, they are going to fight on that.
Yep, makes sense. I guess this guy.
So the awkward part here becomes if the Repentia fight on death and clear the Harlequin troops that kill them, if they just trade 1 for 1, I believe that Jonathon will still get his deadly performance. Actually, will he? He will have destroyed 2 units in shooting and 2 in melee. No, he'll still get his deadly performance, but it will cut him on take your places, and it will allow.
Okay, so go.
Yeah, I'll spend a CP to do mortals on 6.
Random to
so we'll start with the special weapons.
hold his 8-point primary at the start of his turn.
Hit on 3s. Really good. 3 wounds. So 2 mortal wounds and 6 2 damage attacks.
6s. And on 5s I will reroll if I get okay.
Yep.
And 2 mortal wounds, right? So
Yep.
4 are dead.
4 dead. Yep.
So I guess that if you get the 2 mortal wounds, they are all dead.
So 1
One is
Repentia
alive.
survives.
And then I still have 15 attacks.
Oh, that was
Okay,
only
so
2
they
damage.
are all dead. If you
Yeah.
want, I can do just my attacks. If you
Yep,
don't
that's
care.
fine. Yep.
It's 6 attacks. They have 3 attacks each, so it's 18.
Mm-hmm.
So here comes the
I'm
swing
hitting you
here.
on 4s with full reroll. 6s explode. Wait a minute.
oh, what a roll there,
18,
chat.
What?
And that passion from the
So
Dogmata
these
prayer
are 3, 6,
Yep.
and choose.
going absolutely ham.
Okay, so we are all dead.
Well, I need to roll my saves.
Yeah. Roll.
It's fine.
We're gonna slow roll out
Dead.
17 saves here, just in case,
Dead.
chat. Could you imagine?
Okay.
So these 2 dead so far.
No way.
3.
Dead. That's still fine. I'll use a luck dice there actually.
Okay.
Use the luck dice to
Fine.
save
So down to
one.
1 luck dice. I'll use my other luck dice.
Okay, go.
It's good. Punch.
They are all dead. Okay.
Yeah.
So burned through 2 luck dice and kill the entire
Okay,
squad. still.
I've got a miracle dice.
Get a 6 on a miracle dice, and now do we see an interrupt?
Would you like to interrupt?
Yep, sure. I'm
And
going
we
to
do.
interrupt you with these ladies or not. How many CPs do I have? I have 3. I will have like 3, 6, 9, 13 attacks. I will be hitting like 10, 9, we can say killing 3. No. No, you can go.
Okay.
Electing not to.
I will.
we'll just-
I will get rid of them because I think it's a waste.
Okay.
You are going to kill them, whatever you do.
Sure. All right, that's the end of the turn. So I'll just get my deadly performance. No take your places, unfortunately. And over to you. I don't think you have any morale. No.
So I'm going to make 2 here. I'm going to make the action now. I will declare on this object. The sisters, they are going to do it. I complete my secondary, my sacred ground. So
Wow,
now
and look
we
at these
are
sister
going
secondaries
to-
go, chat.
Do you have any other?
Sisters
You have one.
pulling dramatically ahead in secondary objective score, although primary objective score still at parity.
Celestine is going
Although,
to
it
make
looks like
action
no
now.
strategic scans completed on random side, which is certainly hurting him, whereas Jonathan has strategically scanned both of his home objectives. So, I think really what random really has to be worried about here specifically is about his time management. He has to get through this battle round and 2 additional battle rounds in 16 minutes. So just about 5 minutes per turn.
I'm going to reroll. It's a 2. Okay, that's fine. So we are going just now to.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, I do. I agree, Chad. I think random basically needs to play super passive. He has this good positioning with the Sisters of Repentia. As we just saw, they can basically trade 1-for-1 with a unit that comes in to attack them. So if random just elects to sit there with that Repentia unit, it's difficult for Jonathon to engage really well into this objective, although he could potentially just contest from the side if he puts enough models there, but then he's just asking for a big turn to come in with the Flamers and remove all those Harlequin troopers. And then he has Celestine potentially protecting this objective from any contestation. Still no healing tears with Celestine, but we did need to shoot all the players to death. So I think we just declare our sacred grounds, we just declare our strategic scans, and we just say go. I think it should be the game plan here on random side. If he takes too much time and too much effort, I think things could get awkward for him. Yeah, he can continue to print value with Morven Val, because Morven can fire from behind Lookout Sir. So she can continue to put shots into the Void Weavers to try to remove those threats. And then we also have to remember that Sororitas have bottom round 5 scoring on their side as well. So if both players just sit here and stare at each other, Random is going to be scoring more points passively with his secondary objectives, and he has the chance for a 12-point primary on the bottom of round 5. He just needs to not time out.
So let's see.
So he also has to bring in his Ephraim squad this turn, but I honestly think they should probably just show up somewhere in his deployment zone.
These retributors from the back, they are going to
Could push forward and try to clip out these Harlequin players.
Also, I'm going to give to the
Just to try to remove objective secured from Jonathon. Jonathon is down to only a single unit of Harlequin players in a transport inside this transport over here that can sequence onto objective 1. So if he's able to kill or mitigate these 2 units, that makes the fight over objective 2 up at the top here very difficult.
So we are.
Are they meant to be touching the terrain?
Yeah, I'm bringing the 8 sisters back to the table.
Sure.
Yeah, so it looks like the
So
Zephyr.
are these rats supposed to be in the train?
No, they are not going to touch the terrain by any means.
Yeah, good call out there from Jonathon. Good pickup. There's a potential, like a Void Weaver could squeak around and shoot the Retributor squad from this angle over here, if they were inside the terrain. So it looks like the Zephyrim are going to be dropping back pretty defensively. So it does allow Jonathon to play aggressively and potentially get a drop random to a 0 because you can contest these objectives from the opposite side of the wall.
So, well, I'm going to make the action there, so that's fine. I think it's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, who's
Wait
doing
a minute, I'm going just to
Probably just shoot with Morven Ball, right?
with Morven.
Yeah.
Morven is going to shoot to this Void Weaver, just in case I manage to kill him on 3s. On 3s, nothing. So he will be giving full rerolls to herself. On 3s for the missiles, 1 hit. Rerolling.
Good job, Morven.
So that's all.
Okay.
Didn't
So sorry, what action did you do?
What a cannon
the
shot
scoring here.
And
I
the scouring
declare it at the start of the command phase with the Battle Sisters, okay?
with the Battle Sisters, okay. Okay. Alrighty. So me. So I'll get the primary. Alrighty.
I will get my point.
Yeah, so I think that's the kind of play that we need from random here. Now is this very quick, rapid fire movements, and I think that's very appropriate. Random now with a pretty solid lead. So he's put the ball back in Jonathon's court to make an aggressive play. And I think that's looks like that's what Jonathon is going to be doing. Trying to get a shot into the Battle Sisters here. Could also fire Morven Ball from the center, but she's a tough cracker. Tough cookie to crack. Get those Z bolt guns, hell yeah.
So one, I will roll it. I have plenty of.
Turns out the Void Weavers did eat the bolt gun and they didn't like it. They didn't take any damage.
To be honest, I don't remember. Do you think that I did?
Pretty sure you did.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
No worries. Alright.
Skull is 1s and 2s over here for
Sorry, because I'm in a hurry to
random.
To my...
So what we could actually use these for, Chad, is you can actually use Miracle Dice to auto-fail saves. So almost anytime you have an opportunity to spend Miracle Dice, there's now an incentive for Sisters players, even if your saves are already, pretty bad. You can automatically fail them in the case where the saving throw doesn't make that much of a difference in order to score Leap of Faith points. So what we may see here is that if we see something like these Harlequin players push up onto the Sisters Repentia, we could see the Sisters Repentia elect to drop 1s on saving throws in order to get that Leap of Faith going. They do need to spend 2 Miracle Dice in a turn, though, which is a little bit awkward if the Harlequins don't shoot too much at them. We also have morale checks potentially, but I think there's going to be a push from Jonathon here to try to kill everything that he shoots at. So I don't know how many morale checks are going to be forced. Yeah, Leap of Faith is an incredible secondary for sure. Only at 4 right now, which is a little low, but it does have the potential to score on both players' turns, so that can pop up pretty quickly.
Those are just characters.
We have another 4 player turns this game, and a ton of Miracle Dice in the chamber for random. So he could potentially get, I think at base level it scores 3 per turn.
These two
or 3 per battle round, so it could score another 6 easily, and even more if he spends more kind of command points.
Let's do that.
Or Miracle Dice, excuse me.
The green ones will go more than here. It's want to be 24 for Morven. A bit further forward. Outside. For 24 for Morven. All right. Um, 2 on this objective. Fine. We'll get the guys in the orange boat out. I think. They move 8. This would be a 8-inch charge, although I guess I could advance. Yeah, so they'll advance. 6, that's pretty good. 14. I'll pull them back if need be.
So here comes the push to objective 1. We only have a single battle sister hanging out on objective 1.
Oh yeah, you rest one.
We did do a healing tears.
It's fine.
Celestine.
The troop master will get out.
That's good. I was wondering when that was going to happen. She's been sitting there doing other actions for so long.
And he will advance. This is D3 plus 3, so that's a 4.
So here comes the troop master.
At the wall. And then this empty boat now.
Now, interestingly, despite the fact that the Gemini Superior are also characters alongside Celestine, for those who don't know, Warzone Nephilim did change the criteria for assassination to character units instead of character models, meaning that Celestine's unit, if it is entirely wiped out, will grant only 3 victory points, whereas previously each Gemini Superior was worth 3, and then Celestine herself was worth 3 for each one that was dead at the end of the game. And that was mostly to stop units like Celestine and Chaplain Grimaldus from being sort of borderline unplayable because of that assassination interaction. If you ever got into either one of them and killed their bodyguards, the secondary would max out super quickly. But now, not that many points online. So we are pushing forward with the Troop Master and the players. We could potentially go into maybe the Battle Sister and Celestine, try to wipe those out and grab an assassination point. We could also try to push for Morven Ball here. I wonder if these Void Weavers are going to maybe try to line up a shot on her. Because I think that there is a point in this direction where Morven's going to be closer than the Sisters in the Ruin over there. Yeah, it looks like that's what we're angling for. She is poking out around the wall, too. And there is a potential that we knock out these Battle Sisters with the shooting as well, because a couple of them are in the terrain. So if we kill Morven, she's worth 4. If we kill Celestine, it's another 3. We're at 7 on Assassination, and that does make the primary objective hold for random much more difficult, because he does need those characters to kind of lock down those objectives with their heroic interventions and their good melee profiles.
Just go there. Do I want to do troops? Probably worth a shot. I'll advance the white players. 1. So this is 9. Alright, they'll just not go then. They'll just kind of jump back this way. And I'll advance the blue players. 3. 11. A bit better. That's all right. Should we put... No, the Shadow Sphere didn't have a movement. That's fine. Alrighty. Let's move it done. We have no psychic. Shooting. So let's start with these 2 yellow Void Weavers. They're going to put everything into the Battle Sisters here. So, first quantity of shots for one of them is good. And then the second number will be also very good. Those get doubled. And then that get more. So we hit on 3s. We wound on 3s. So 6 AP3s on the Battle Sisters. You have 3 in cover.
Oh, what a save. Not sure what we're doing right here, chat.
If you're talking, I can't hear you.
I was rolling first, the first one in cover. The 5-1 I saved, and the last one I was gonna spend the 4. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Yep.
And then my shuriken cannon shots.
Mm-hmm.
3s and 2s. So 1 AP 3 and 9 AP 1s.
So 9 that they are on 2s.
Yep. You only have 3 guys in cover. Okay, didn't matter.
And the last one, I will just CP reroll this one.
Okay.
Okay. So 1 is dead.
2 die.
1.
The last
No?
one, oh, because that was the AP. Yes. You still have the AP 3 to make.
Yeah. And still I got the AP3 one, right?
Yep.
So the IP3 is AP2, it's AP1, I guess.
Yeah,
So we are fine. Sorry, Jonathan, because I did a bit messy.
No worries. That's annoying.
Good saves there. Given the Harlequins, it takes their own medicine with those 4-ups. Check this out. 2s in cover. Get wrecked.
He's nosy. 15.7 from her. That one is, 15. That's annoying. That's very annoying.
That's very unlucky.
Yeah, so because the Battle Sisters didn't die, we now can't quite target
is
Morbid
what it
Ball
is.
with the Green Void Weavers. I don't believe they have another target, in fact.
Just hope the Troop Master rolls good.
The only Retributor over here is it behind the obscuring terrain, as we clarified last turn.
Can't see anything else.
Yeah,
So that's the shooting phase done.
Outside of a time constraint, things are kind of pulling away from the Harlequins. Although they are going to cut random down to a 0-point primary, I have to imagine. Maybe not, actually. This is an undercommittal onto Objective 2. We do have enough CP here if they charge into the Sisters Repentia, that if they kill them, the Sisters Repentia will fight on death and kill the players in response. So what we're going to see Jonathon do here is try to engage as few of the Sisters Repentia as possible, because that makes the fight on death significantly less good. Because these sisters, they have to pile in normally, which means they only have 3 and fight at a 2-inch engagement range because of the obscuring keyword, which means that we would probably only get 5 Sister Repentia, maybe 6, fighting back at the Harlequins, which may not be enough to kill them. We did see them spike super high and kill 5 Harlequins last turn, but that was with the Passion, giving them some additional bone buff there. But to be fair, these Harlequins do need enough models to survive and get back onto the objective, which looks a little tough to actually contest it. And if we move them onto the objective to begin with, it could allow more Sisters Repentia to fight us.
Let's charge next with the... Oh boy. Do we try to kill Celestine? Probably.
So we have 4 CP available here for random. That could be a fight on death for the Repentia plus an interrupt. Either of which could be brutal.
10. So we want this guy.
Or he could save it for defensive use
Here.
with Moment of Grace and CP rerolls. He has a 6 on a saving throw. We already spent 1 CP on it, or 1 Miracle Dice, MD, I guess, on a saving throw in the shooting phase. So we are 1 CP away, or 1 Miracle Dice spend away from a Leap of Faith.
There. The Troop Master will charge Ball, I guess, and the...
Yeah. And the sister, I guess.
We could probably charge the dog.
So it looks like, I wonder if players are...
This charge would be like an 11.
trying
I
to...
guess we can go in there.
prevent the heroic intervention on Celestine.
Maybe we just try to kill Dogmata. Yeah, so the Troop Master will charge Dogmata,
Mm-hmm.
the Repentia Superior, and the Battle Sisters, Celestine, and Vaughn.
Okay. So he's charging everyone.
Basically, he gets less.
Yeah. So he's there. He's, I guess, he's on engagement range of everyone. Yes,
Yep.
he is.
Well,
So I love to interrupt engagement.
don't need to do chicanery in the with combat phase movement if you just engage literally everything with your Troop Master. That also works.
No. So yes, that's.
Well, we know he's there. He's fine there. So
Yeah. So that is all the charges to be done. So we'll go into fight phase.
I will spend 1 CP.
Sure.
So I will make sacrifice. So any unit that is on engagement range of Celestine needs to hit Celestine.
Okay, that's fine.
If you are in engagement range of Celestine, you need to attack all your attacks with Celestine.
Alright, that works.
Yeah, I'm not. So that's a good use of the stratagem there, but I'm not actually sure it does that much.
Alright.
Because the Troop Master is currently closest to Morvenball, which means he can pile out of engagement range of Celestine. Because she's not basing him. It usually works when you can heroically intervene and then base somebody to force them to fight you. But in this situation, I'm not sure that that really changes the math that much. It does mean that the Troop Master's options to attack are pretty limited, but we could just see him
So I guess we just start the
pile this way.
players then.
And
You were
stand
activating the
here.
Super Master, I guess, no?
No, I didn't declare who was activating.
Okay, then I want to spend the CP to do this. No?
When do you have to use the stratagem?
I think that when you are going to attack any unit, wait a minute, that I will check it in a minute. Stratagem 5 phase, so we can target it, Fate of Furies, sacrifice. Suffering and sacrifice. Well, I don't think in the fight phase, so I think I can use it wherever I want. Use this stratagem on the fight phase.
Sure,
so
sure.
it's up to you.
Yeah,
so
Yeah, that's weird. It's not
Bodies,
start of
okay,
fight phase,
so-
and it's
okay,
not when a
no,
unit is
nothing.
selected.
So I'm going to start with the
Strange. Alright.
You will activate the players.
I'm activating players.
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Yeah, so
they're
not
just
going to
doing
use
the
it
thing that
until
I
we
was
see
talking
what
about,
happens
so
with the
just
other models.
Pile in such that we're outside of 2 from him, or from her, sorry. We engage Morven. That's kind of
Yeah, the interrupt might be
Yeah,
tough to
you're
base here,
engaging
chat,
her.
because of the Battle Sisters in the way.
I think if you don't engage her, you will engage Celestine. That's my guess. I don't know. If you are, you need to be a bit.
that way.
Now you need to be a bit back because Celestine is still on you.
No, I know. I put him back to where he was.
Okay.
So I think the game plan here is for the troops to probably clear the Battle Sisters, if that happens, because they need to clear the objective secured. If that happens, then they would use the they would open room for Celestine to move. But it looks like what we may do is just base Celestine with the players, so that if there is an interrupt, it doesn't prevent the Troop Master from swinging at Morven.
Spend my CP, so the old engagement range unit to Celestine, they need to hit her. Please.
Yep, that's fine. So I'm going to spend a CP to do...
That is a bizarre stratagem.
Okay, that's fine.
So we'll start with the special weapons into Celestine.
It's probably worth checking if there's an FAQ on that. We haven't don't know about.
So 1 mortal and 4 AP3s. These are
1
2 damage.
mortal wound, 4 AP3s. How many?
They are 2 damage each.
Okay.
So you have to roll 2 first.
Okay. I will roll the first one. I'm saving on AP3. It's AP2. So on force.
Yep.
Gemini. No. It's damage 2. So I will discard these 2, and these 3 is a 4.
Yep.
The next one, saved. The next one, saved. And the next one, one
so
Gemini dice.
You have one
And
mortal
the other
wound.
one was one mortal wound.
No,
Yeah.
the mortal wound happens at the end. After
Yeah,
5
it's at the end. Yeah. Go.
And then the 15, 3s, and 4s. 5 AP2.
5 AP1.
Mhm.
That it's on
These
3s.
are 1 damage each, yeah.
So we have the Gemini is dead and
That's
2
4
wounds to
mortals.
Celestine.
One wound to Celestine and the 4 mortals total.
4 mortals, why?
Because I
Because the
rolled
6
3
is
more
oh,
sixes.
okay. So I think that's all. No?
That's it for them, yes. I guess we go there. Or, are we moving to? Yeah, we're already moving to it. That's fine. Would you like to
Okay.
interrupt?
So that
I
puts
will
Celestine
interrupt
down to
you, and
1.
I will hit you with
So there
Celestine.
is no clarification to suffering and
attacks.
sacrifice, it looks like.
Yeah?
Into who?
Into I guess I'm going to hit.
Yeah, so if
That's a good
Celestine
question.
gets to swing now, we could see her swing into the players to try to clip them out. If she clears the players, the Battle Sister Squad will hold this objective unless the Troop Master kills it. But if the Troop Master kills the Battle Sister Squad, it's not getting any assassination points.
I will check if I want to use the miracle dice. So I will use this miracle dice at 6 roll.
Okay.
So you have
So
4
mortals.
mortal wounds, and I'm wounding you on choose.
Mhm.
1 wound, AP4.
Okay. Just a 4 up invuln.
Yep.
I'll use a luck dice.
Yep.
It's okay.
It's fine.
So we have 1 left.
So luck dice,
So I guess
we'll
we can
clip
keep
2 players in the lead,
this
probably. Or, no, just 4 regular guys, I guess. Alright, well,
Or actually,
So-
I guess we can keep 2
Yeah.
because I can take 2 on him. First I need to see. I keep 2. Yeah. So I'll take. So I lose 3 and then take a wound on the lead player, and
Okay,
then
that's
3
fine.
4-ups. You take mortals. So 2 mortal wounds to Celestine.
ooh, but we do clip Celestine with the fight on death.
2 mortals into Celestine. Okay.
Or the
so
quote
she's
unquote
dead.
fight on death, I guess.
All right.
And that was all the
So then
CP, which
now
means
I
we
can
do not have a fight on death for the
Uh,
Repentia. So Random maintained his control of, or he maintained his objective secured over here, but it's not going to matter if the players don't get killed at all.
4 attacks into the Battle Sisters, I guess.
Okay, go.
So 2 attacks, or let's do 4 attacks at the Battle Sisters.
Mm-hmm.
2 hits. I'll use a luck dice on the 1.
You were already using 1 in the previous.
I've used 1 luck dice, yes. So I
Yeah,
have 1
okay.
more.
Okay.
Okay, so 4 hits and 3s to wound. Rerolling.
Oh no!
1 AP3 and 1 mortal on the Battle Sisters.
That is
1
not enough
AP3, that is
damage.
82 on 5s.
So we
Okay.
kill 2
So
Battle
they are dead.
Sisters. Oh,
Alright, and then 2 attacks into the Superior.
I guess we could just pull off the
Exterior.
objective.
Mhm.
2
I guess that makes sense.
and 3s to wound. Rerolling. So 1 mortal and 2 AP3s, no invulns.
I think that
and
was
they're 3 damage.
So he's dead.
That was Ransom's opportunity to hold that objective. If those 2 Battle Sisters go and get to activate and clip out the lead player here, they'd outnumber the players in the objective 2 to 1. But not if you just kill them.
With more than.
Or we'll just basement call, I guess.
Huh.
I
Alright,
still have
well.
my players to do, so I'll just do those real quick. Just all their attacks.
But,
their
so it is 2 assassination points scored for the
special
Troop Master
weapons
here,
first.
although I have the sneaking suspicion Morven Ball is going to turn the Troop Master into a fine paste. We'll see, though.
3 wounds
She is full rerolled. And then everybody swinging into the Sisters Repentia.
One.
I think we really needed the fight on death with the Sisters Repentia to clear out the player troop. Or to try to clear out the player troop that was going to contest this objective. Random can't afford to get cut on primary here.
4s. 4.
4. So we have 3 previously. No. That is on 60, sorry.
Yeah.
So
They're
one
one
saved. So 2 more.
4 dead.
So 4 are dead. These 4 are gone.
Okay. Then we'll consolidate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, and we didn't clear the Repentia squad. Oh.
Spends 1.6. We go here.
I have bad news for you, Harlequins.
Closer, yeah. Doing 4 on the point.
You're about to be eviscerated, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 Harlequins on the objective, but now the Sisters Repentia get to activate, and they're going to be able to put additional models onto the objective. They also, we have enough miracle dice here to auto pass their morale check, so there's no chance that they get cut on morale here.
They are 10 attacks.
Yeah, we're just going to put 3 models onto the objective so that we can control it over the 4 Harlequin troopers here. We do get full rerolls from those delicious. Jeez. The zealot rerolls have been almost 100% converting. If they were passionate here, this unit would have been ridiculous. But we did wound every single time. Only 3 wounds going through. That won't clip the Harlequin trooper squad, but it will kill the majority of them. 3 mortal wounds coming back to the Repentia, but it should not matter at this point. That will drop us down to probably only 2 on the objective, and there will not be enough Repentia dead for the unit to die.
There they will be this one and this one.
Really want to keep those Battle Sisters.
You put 3.
Okay. And then you can do the rest of your attacks.
Yeah. Now.
So I think the time potentially getting to both of these players. A couple of minor misplays made here. I don't know if that was a misplay as much as it was just
on
a trooper unit not killing a Repentia unit.
Do you have -1 to hit?
I'm -1 to hit.
Okay. On 3. Well. And on 2s.
Isn't she strength 5?
2 mortal wounds. Yeah. Sorry, it's on 3.
Yes. So 2 mortals and 3 saves.
No, there is no mortal wounds.
Okay, so just 4 ups.
In the script, sorry. No.
How much damage?
One thing, I had full rerolls with Morwen, man.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay,
forgot.
yeah, you can just roll again, sure.
Yeah. So, thank you. So
rolling again, probably worse for random with the time in the state that it is.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I had 1, I guess.
Yeah.
Reroll.
Okay.
Nothing.
3s.
3 to wound. AP 2. Rerolling the ones. So that's it. 6 for you on force.
Oh, and the Troop Master just dies?
Nope.
Didn't even force Morven to pop her fight twice. Oh my god.
That's just morale on your on my. So I'll do my morale first. The blue players.
And we're gonna see an one used to auto pass morale on the Repentia here. I have to imagine. Oh my god. Oh, this dice has been wild. These Harlequin troopers have donated all of their saves over to the Troop Master donating all of his saves over to the blue Harlequin players here. Those Harlequin players ate like 11 attacks and only lost a couple models, but the Troop Master just decided to go to sleep immediately. He's a little sad.
4 for deadly performance.
But it does look like this player survives on Objective 1, so Objective 1 is going to be controlled by Jonathon. If only we had kept those Battle Sisters alive on it.
Yep.
I think that was a big mistake, chat. So that does cut random 4 points on primary.
Yes.
And I think he should.
I will roll my miracle dice because I killed some of them.
He killed two
and this one at the start of the turn. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, and Celestine regenerated. Yeah, there it is.
Back.
So didn't even score the assassination on Celestine. No. The Troop Master did kill the Repentia Superior, to be fair, chat. He didn't put all of his attacks on the Battle Sisters. He just put half of them. So at least he's on the scoreboard for assassination. But Random now has 4 minutes and a bit to resolve 2 full battle rounds. See if he has the time to do it.
3 on scoring.
Got our scouring complete with the blue Sisters unit.
We are going to spend the CP that we have.
I think, did we leap of
We
faith
are
that
going
turn?
to spend the CP that we have in what? Well, we shall see.
Yeah, real quick, did we leap of faith on that last turn?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I scored 2 points.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So we are going to do. Morven is going to give full rerolls to whom?
Hey, Trevi, the timer messed up.
Sorry?
The clock got messed up.
Oh, weird. All right. Yeah, it must have happened when I unpaused. All right, I'll just
I
reset
will.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hold on for a sec. I can just put it back to the time it was on.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have this guy here. A lot of people here. We have a lot of people here as well. The Weaver, the Void Weavers, they can reach me. Morwen is full health. Okay, so we are going to give +1 attack.
Okay, I'm gonna unpause you guys. Yep.
Celestine, for example, it works. Another Sacred Rite on 3s for Celestine as well. So she will have the passion.
Yeah, thanks, Chad. I got it.
Sure.
The big benefit of multi-streaming is that
So
I have
I'm
the YouTube
going to
replay, which is really
make
easy.
her action
A little
to
bit
bring
tougher in
back a
Twitch. You can
friend.
still do it, but it's takes more hoops to jump through.
Morven gives full
This is a
rerolls
very sensitive chess clock, unfortunately.
to Celestine, I guess.
You,
To
press the pause button for a
Celestine. So we are
millisecond too
going
long,
to
it'll
start moving.
reset.
We are moving here. Wait a minute, where is your player? It's here. Yeah, thank you. We are more than. I'm not really scared about that.
This is tense,
So we are
chat.
going to be here. Celestine is fine there. He can put. I'm going to spend my last CP and I'm going to collect these ladies and send them to Deep Strike again to Angelica Sands.
Sure.
So I'm down to 0 CP, split put it. Never mind. We are going to put this lady.
Do these battle sisters not need morale?
No. They need to
They
run
want
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will. One is gone.
No, they fail. Yeah.
They fail.
Yeah.
One is gone. On a 1 on a 2, the other one stays. So we will get rid of this one. So we are going to put her just here. We will advance. Where is your buddy? That I don't see him. Okay, he's there. We will advance. For 12. So we are
Easy
fine.
peasy. Yeah. Plenty of movement to get on the objective.
That's fine. We are there. The Dogmata is going to be just here. And she was going to advance as well. Probably you may be able to kill her, but we will see. A 5. Here. So
You just
we
gotta
are
stay
fine.
outside of 2 from.
Yep.
Well, yeah, you, I don't think you can squeeze through there.
Yeah. So give me 1 second. That I think I'm going just to put her here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Away
No
from
sense
you.
of making an easy assassination.
We are going to move the Retributors with the Flamers. 5. So that's 11. So that's 11. I don't care if you do that. These ladies, they are going also to advance. The other retries.
So
It's
that's
a
to contest the
4,
center
so it's a
objective. That'll
10.
block the Void Weaver from holding it for 12.
You can't move within 2 of my guys. Yeah, just have to be a bit over the side. Yep, you're good.
No, wait. I will just do it again. Fine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're fine. We can be there.
Phone call time.
Wait.
Can't help that I think Random his phone's been buzzing all day.
Okay. It doesn't work. I don't know why.
What are we doing?
You just trying to move 10?
No, yeah. I need just, to...
Yeah, there you go.
I think I should be able to see your bodies.
Yeah, just under 1 minute left.
So we are here. And we are here. We are going to just to shoot these bodies here.
Who's shooting away?
Wait a minute.
I think I got called away. Is that what just happened?
Sorry, we are moving to the shooting phase, I guess. We are going to make an action with the battle sister here for the scouting. The shooting phase, Morwen is going to shoot everything to the player that is left.
Don't know if you can. That
sister
there.
can't. She advanced.
Which one?
This battle sister? No, this battle sister advanced. Yeah, she was back.
No, she can shoot even if she advanced, but
no. Right. But you said she was going to do the action, so she can't do the action because she advanced.
No, she can. You are fine. So I will shoot you just with Morven.
Yep.
And wounding you on 2, so 2 AP 1.
Yep.
You're fine. Missiles on the low profile. It's 9. And I on 3s, all for you.
Okay. I mean, you're out of time.
Yeah, so that's time. Just complete that shooting step.
Sure.
And then the updated rules for the Invitational here that the timeless player will still make saving throws and morale checks, but it will just the clock can get paused for saving throws.
I admit that I have no time for this game and I shouldn't have time, so I proceed to Matt and it's fine. Okay.
Okay. So do I just go?
I'm really sorry because I think if I have more time and I have other way to play, it will be much more enjoying for both of us. But it is what it is, unfortunately.
Sure. Yeah. So you can solitaire it out. Points will still score passively.
I will give you. Just keep playing. So I will give you the time. So I have 3 for defend the side.
Okay. So it'll matter.
I think that your player here is dead, so I will get a miracle. Yeah, I get a miracle dice for that, and I think that is your time. Just play and enjoy.
All right. So basically, I just need to see if these guys kill the sisters. So I'll spend the CP for 60 wounded mortals.
Hereby assigned to Speedhammer as penance. Yeah, chat for sure.
60.
Yeah, it sounded like unfortunately for Random, it sounded like he had a bunch of stuff going on. Additionally, and we did get a little bit of that because he had to step away from the keyboard a couple times, which is too bad. But it is what it is.
No, it's fine. Yeah, one is dead.
The clock a little bit upset that Random is out of time.
1 mortal wound and 3 saves. These are 1 damage each.
6. 5s and the mortal wound.
They're dead.
They're dead.
Yeah.
Right. So it's fine. Just
it should not be difficult for you. The final score doesn't make a difference here, chat, because of the.
Yes, I don't have time.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I would get 8. I don't think I'd get 12.
It's the same.
You hold 2.
Jonathon.
But then I'll get 3 there.
Yeah, maybe we should run a internal server Speedhammer. Should we do that, chat?
I'll get to take their place.
I would love a Speedhammer.
With a bit more of time, I think that the game was mine, but it is what it is. I was lucky.
Do you want to play it out, Trevi, or?
No, the final score doesn't matter because it's just similar to them.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to go through all the motions.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But you are on 69 points.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that, Trevi, just for you.
Okay, thanks for the game, but guys, I'm sorry that I just had.
No worries.
Yeah, that's not a problem, dude.
I should have not started the game since I have the flight in just 2 hours. I'm really sorry for this, Trevi, because
Not a problem.
Yeah.
Chad has assigned you to play Speedhammer as penance, so there you go.
Okay.
That's good practice.
Bye.
Yeah.
Have a good one. All right, well, Jonathan, congratulations on making it through.
Thanks. This was definitely. I was not looking forward to this match because Scouring for Sisters.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Kind of like the best mission for them.
Yeah. The amount of CP that they could just print passively was very, victory points, excuse me, is very impressive for sure.
Yeah, because it's like they automatically score like at least 12 on Sacred Grounds, and at least 12 or at least 10 on Defend the at least 12 on Defend the Shrine, at least 10 on Sacred Grounds, and then Leap of Faith like an auto 12 basically.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, going for that play Vol probably wasn't a play. It was probably a little too greedy.
With the Troop Master?
Not with the Troop Master, with the boats.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, because you had to kill the Battle Sister squad in order to get the best lines of fire onto her.
Yeah. I think that, I don't know the math on it, but I feel like there's a world where I do kill them with 2 Void Weavers.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just
I mean,
it's awkward coin flips, right? Because like you need the shuriken cannons to convert into rending, and he's like not allowed to spike on the 4+ save against the disperse shot,
which he did. Yeah.
So it's like, what can you do at that point? You're like, all right, well, you got me.
Exactly. Yeah,
for sure.
I definitely. So I was talking to Ash about this match before the game, and we kind of like mapped it out where like I put 4 boats over here and I do what I did turn 1 and just like fly them up here.
Yep.
But like I started with 3 there and put 3 over here because he was deploying like so like strangely to me.
Mm-hmm.
That it just threw me off, and I was like why do we have a bunch of Repentia here and then like Repentia here? Like I can understand why he wanted to do that because you put the Repentia up against this wall and then
you want to play defensively and then trade with whatever comes in, right? Because if you do the fight on death, then I die, but also you die, and then the objective is clear.
Yeah, exactly. So like I can understand that, but if you go second, then that's a terrible play because they'll never get there.
Right.
So like I don't understand, and like I don't know, like I feel like just stacking Repentia and Retributors in here was just the better play. But
yeah, it was. I was a little surprised that the Retributors all sort of doom stacked one side. Well, also he put all 3 Retributor squads on this top left area up over here. So that opened up that play that you made to put all of the Star Weavers down at the bottom because he couldn't really commit with the Retributors at all.
Exactly. Like I think he should have done the Flamer Rets here.
Yeah,
and the Melter Rets on this side.
I think I made precisely that comment or somewhere around the bottom of the first turn.
Yeah. Because like the Flamer Rets are like the scariest thing. Sorry. Yeah. Because like they just delete.
Absolutely. Especially because they have Holy Trinity unlocked, right? So they just wound a Star Weaver.
Well, it's not even that. They can max their shots and then they just use Vol's rerolls and then they just
just everything's dead.
Yeah.
For sure.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's kind of an interesting situation where you're in a matchup where the heavy Flamer Retributor squad is the scary one instead of the many multi-meltas, but it makes total sense.
But then later in the game, like when you put them like here, like I wasn't too scared of them at that point, even if he did have time or whatever, because he only had he didn't have any CP, so he couldn't max shots. He didn't have Vol rerolls on them. He couldn't Holy Trinity, so it's like it's not that bad once he's at a CP. So.
Right, for sure. So you're up against Nicholas's Blood Angels next round. How are you feeling about that?
Yes. Fine. Shuriken Cannon's pretty good in the Blood Angels.
It's Space Marines. Get out of here, Space Marines. What are you even doing?
Yeah, I mean, Shuriken Cannon is like, sure, they're AP 1 base, and okay, he'll be on 2-ups on his Vanguard and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't care. Like any one you roll is a dead Vanguard, so it's like, And I have 66 shuriken cannon shots a turn.
For sure. Yeah.
So I'm sure I can push 1 or 2.
You are on recover the relics as well, so you have a little bit of leeway there. You can play kind of defensive, which seems good.
Yeah, I have to look at the Blood Angel secondaries. I don't know them very well off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's all largely very aggressive.
Yeah.
I think their best one is to get units in your deployment zone. But the interesting part is that it's just within your deployment zone, not wholly within. So like the toe of one dude can touch in, and as long as you don't have anything in their deployment zone, they score 4 points, which is pretty nice.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
It's okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it does. It is kind of contingent on going first a little bit, I think, because they want to get like a Death Company dude over there. Or they want to be able to keep strike turn 2. Yeah. It's solid.
Yeah, I think also recover relics is good for me because this deployment is the easiest to screen up.
For sure. Yep. Definitely. Yep.
Yeah, I don't.
Go ahead.
No, I think I'm okay into Blood Angels. I mean, I haven't played Blood Angels in forever.
Yeah.
I know that they can hit really hard, but Harlequins are also incredibly durable.
Right.
Especially for a lot of Marine profiles. I mean, the Sandguard will kill a boat, sure.
Right.
Whatever.
But Sandguard are, as it turns out, and I know this might surprise some of the people in chat. Sanguinary Guard are more expensive than a Star Weaver.
Yes.
So that's not a great trade
for
them.
A little wild. No. And I also have a ton of morals too. So like with the neurodisruptors and stuff. So.
Yeah. RoboShark is in chat asking for a practice game with you because he plays Blood Angels.
Ooh,
so you could run through the matchup together if you wanted.
Depends on when we have our game scheduled. But yes, I would very much appreciate that if I have time.
Cool.
Right.
So tell me a little bit, just before you go, tell me a little bit about the Dark Sadith. I know that, I mean, it's good, especially in the matchups that you're playing into right now. So Blood Angels and Adepta Sororitas, the +1 AP and the Mortal Wounds is awesome. But we don't see Dark quite as often as Light. So
I don't know why. It's better.
Yeah. Even after the Fight on Death change?
Oh, 100%. So... Like, yes, losing the Fight on Death is annoying.
Yep.
But, like, at the end of the day, the only thing you ever really wanted to fight on death with was, like, the Troop Master. Like,
right.
Fighting on death with players is, like, it's okay. But, like, especially with the CP change now, people are very, like, rarely even have CP to interrupt.
Mm-hmm. So
it makes it a lot, like, more awkward. And at least now I can fight, and then if you kill me, then I still do Mortal Steel.
For sure.
So it's like I can double up.
Yeah.
I mean, the main draw of Dark to begin with was the Troop Master getting the Warlord trait, the Player of the Dark.
Yep.
And then the extra AP.
Wounds,
yeah, the additional Mortal Wounds and then extra AP, because then the extra AP makes the Rose actually playable, because it's base AP 2.
Right.
So, like, if you go into Marines, it's now AP 1.
Just save on
like,
4s and don't even care.
Yeah, exactly. So now it's AP 3, 5's to wound to ignore invulns. So, like, against a lot of things, it just kind of goes right through their armor and invuln.
Yeah. That lets them kill, like, upwards of 2 Battle Sisters I've seen, so that's good.
Yeah. You
just reroll 3 3s into 3 T's into 3 more 2s. That's there you go.
Exactly. That's all it takes. But yeah, like that's the Troop Master was the main thing you took it for to begin with. The strat is not as good. I mean, moving 6 inches after getting charged is nice, but also being able to turn off Overwatch is also nice. So
yeah, that's true.
And now the light ability is kind of garbage.
Sure.
Like, you have to be more than 18 inches away. It hardly ever did anything in the first place.
Right.
Because very few things were ballistic skill 2 to begin with. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, advancing shooting is nice, but like generally you don't really need that too much.
Right.
So.
Cool.
But yeah.
All right. Well, good stuff. Well, Jonathon, congratulations. I look forward to watching your round 2 game. And have a good one.
Yes, you as well. See ya.
Cheers. All right, chat. That's it. Let's pay out these predictions here, chat. Looks like people were correct to pick clowns. Were people betting on clowns or were people betting on Jonathon? I think that's the real question. I don't know how many people are stands for Harlequins in chat, as much as people recognize that Jonathan's really freaking good at playing Harlequins. We have another game scheduled, our round 2 game, Ashseat versus versus Devin, excuse me. as Kiania is pointing out in Twitch chat, in 8.5 hours. That's at 9 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. There's not a YouTube event for that up yet, but that will go up shortly after this video is done. And why not both? Yeah, I guess both works too. That makes sense. And additionally, that's all I have to say, I think. We have our final round 1 game is scheduled Thursday. I'm waiting on the other round 2 games to be scheduled. Oh, excuse me. The other round 2 game is scheduled on Sunday. So we're our load is getting lightened a little bit, and we'll see where Niklas and Jonathon elect to schedule their games to see what other games we have this week. Otherwise, I'm going to be live with Tactical Tuesday tomorrow. As normal, normally scheduled broadcast. I played some games of the weekend. We get to talk about Nephilim lists and how broken Necrons are. That'll be exciting. And on top of that, I'm going to be doing some normal streams later this week. I think I want to go back to challenge streams, chat. But I think I'm going to make up my own challenges this time around. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Anyway, that's it for this stream. Goodbye, everyone. I'm going to turn it off now. And, yeah. Cheers.